Believe it or not, somebody actually pays these jackasses to do a podcast. The 2.5 Amigos are sponsored by
Blow Your Mind Sweet. It was so funny. We were sitting here talking. Albert didn't talk for like a couple minutes. The next thing you know, he's finished with this complete ice cream sample that he got.
Oh, that night? Yeah, that day? Yeah. Very true.
They had a brownie explosion one, and that was so
mine was like an
so good.
Mine was like an orange sherbet, which I wasn't. That's not like my go-to, but it was still really good.
Delicious still.
Oh, yeah. So it was good. So I mean,
so you can find them on Facebook. If you if you Facebook search Blow Sweets. Again, hit them up on their Gmail account. blowyourmindsweets@gmail.com. Try their ice cream. It is delicious. Sea Giant. So you want to go to that concert. You want to go to the big game. You want to go check out a soccer event.
orchestra.
Yeah, anything that involves a seat ticket, right?
Ooh, the Book of Mormon. Great show. Love it. Been there. Recommend it to anybody. UC Giant. Get your tickets.
Yeah, essentially it's a Ticketmaster alternative.
It is.
If you end up using Amigos PC, then you get 3% off of the purchase. Yeah, the whole purchase of the product. So utilize that. It is a great alternative to Ticketmaster. The tickets are discounted. I mean,
everything's priced in your favor, and just to get the additional the money off is a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
So like next concert that comes to town, I'm going to use it honestly. So and it seems like it's something that's going to be worthwhile for anybody.
Yep.
Exactly.
Check them out.
We buy houses fast.
What does that mean?
Cash Now Homes AZ.
Albert, explain that. What does that mean?
So basically, is if you're looking to sell and you don't want to deal with people coming into your house, realtor fees, all that stuff that comes along with selling your home, give us a call, Cash Now Homes. They'll buy your house cash, close on the date that you want. You don't have to make any repairs or anything. They buy it as is.
Nice.
Yep,
Very cool.
CashNowHomes.com, and we're on Facebook. We're everywhere.
No realtor fees, no tedious repairs that are needed.
Yep.
Fast closings, right?
Fast closing,
yes.
Or closing on the day that you want.
So that's CashNowHomesAZ.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2.5 Amigos. God, these guys are loco. If you're looking for a responsible, mature podcast, this ain't it. If you're looking for a lot of drinking, random nonsense, stunts and shenanigans, and some of the hottest comedians in the world, you've hit the jackpot. It's the 2.5 Amigos with your hosts, Albert, Scott, and Mark.
Hola, hola, hola.
¿Cómo estás?
All right, calm down, buddy.
What the hell? Turn your mic down.
It's always your hola.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
It's
Welcome, our glorious guest, Jon Fletcher.
Jon Fletcher.
Yes. Glorious.
He is
Fletcher,
here.
Mr.
Yes.
Fletcher's in the house. Fletch, you guys remember that movie?
And I'm glad you made it, John, because we came up. You were actually not your fault at all, but you came up with a company decision that we now have a 3-strike rule. And luckily you made it on your second strike, because the first strike you
He's
didn't
not
make
the
it.
reason for that 3-strike rule, though.
Why?
Because we've had other guests.
I know, but is that we started? So you're not the main. Okay, so I'm just telling you.
I'm
that.
not the cause.
Yeah, you're not the real problem, but but it's in place.
You fucked up.
I did by bringing it up. Yeah. So just so you know, it wasn't your fault, but I'm just bringing it back to light, I guess. Yeah.
No, as long as
Way to
people
go.
know it.
That's
Yes. Yeah. Just bring
bringing
it
it back
light.
to light. That's fucked up.
Yeah, which I don't know. I'm sure we probably talked about that before, did we?
Yeah,
No?
we
Maybe?
have.
I don't know.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't
All right. Well, but before we get into too much stuff, I just got to let
shit.
everybody know 2.5 Amigos are a part of a couple podcast networks. Drama City Podcast Network, also God damn it, Podworks Podcast Network. You can find Podworks on Facebook. You can also find Drama City Podcast Network on all social media anywhere, or you can Google it, find their website address. They're just helping us out a lot.
Good.
Like viewership, everything else.
awesome.
They're basically bringing us national, essentially.
Wow. Very cool.
National.
Outstanding. The entire
Yes.
United States
Yes.
Yes.
The whole country.
and territories.
Well, what's funny about that is we're a little
Territories,
bit
I like that.
we are a little bit more national when it comes to
Podcasting.
podcasting. Yeah, right.
Because of the Dakotas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
because we're on the Dakotas?
We've been in the Dakota. We're actually on radio waves
In Dakota.
in Dakota. South.
It's 2019.
South Dakota.
Indica.
Yeah.
I mean, Indica.
Indica.
Don't go there, you go to sleep.
Yeah. I
In
know.
the couch.
I know.
Indica.
I've heard. No, I'm sorry. I've heard
Yeah,
Heard
that you
what?
too.
Oh,
that you
in
go on the couch.
Yeah,
with
Yes.
Indica. Yeah.
The running joke.
Yes.
Running
Sorry.
joke.
Running joke.
John, if you could tell us, our listeners, also about you, your world, and
What tickles your mind?
Yeah, where
what
you been,
tickles my
comedian? Like, what are you doing?
Well, said a couple minutes ago, I've always wanted to play the Grand Canyon. So,
Nice.
like, it was
You can
correct.
echo in it, and we
outside.
can hear you.
You can go for
I
a
mean,
swim
he-
if you want.
He is echoing.
No,
Yeah, so
To sum me up, I've been a factory worker for like the last 10 years. And I always said I wanted to do stand-up. And now it's like, I got to the age where it was like, oh, wait, I can do this. I am an adult. Like, you know how they just said, like, porn's a mental, not a mental,
Mental
public health.
game?
Yeah.
It's a public health crisis, they said, porn in Arizona. So there's legislation to stop porn.
From here.
Really?
In Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, but they just legalized nunchucks.
Yeah.
So,
They legalize nunchucks?
yeah, they were illegal. Now you can walk around with them and hit yourself, I guess. But
in the nuts most of the times.
but no, it's
Concealed.
my thing's been recently. It's like I'm 31 years old. When do I get to be an adult? Like
Yeah.
it goes back to the pot thing, goes to the comedy thing. It's just like I'm an adult. I'm not waiting anymore. So
Just going to go for
Go
it.
for it.
yeah. So
Very
What
cool.
was your first show? What brought you to? I mean,
Yeah,
just
what-
explain what brought you. Like, but what was like the first stepping stone?
for comedy,
Yeah.
like I remember the first joke I ever told, and like if my family sees this, they're going to be howling. Everybody else is going to be like, "You just said words." But the first thing I ever said as a joke, it was to my cousin Erin, and we were going somewhere. I was about 5 years old, and
Okay.
I said, "Why did the chocolate berry bush run away? Because it had no feet. Get it?" I was 5. I thought it was a heater.
Yeah.
So it's like that was the first time I ever tried to tell a joke.
Okay.
And then after that, like working in factories, everything, I learned how to hold court with people. And I was a salesman for a little bit. And that was, I tell people if you do stand-up comedy, you can do sales. Because that's like literally everybody who comes in the door, you can throw them your heater jokes.
Bring his mic up.
There you go.
But there you go.
There you go.
Jedi.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Let there be
They're
like- no,
temperamental.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better.
There you go.
This is my first time.
It's
Be easy.
okay.
Be gentle.
You're good.
sweet,
You're doing
be
good.
sweet.
But no, for comedy, I just wanted to get into it. Like, I watched, like, I grew up with Bill Hicks, George Carlin, Richard Pryor. I could quote jokes when I was like 12.
Okay.
You know, so it's,
So since then,
So
you were
those
into
those
that.
were like your influencers essentially.
my biggest influences George Carlin, Bill Hicks, Jim Brewer, and then another Worcester guy, Dennis Leary.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
there,
Dennis
okay.
Leary, yeah.
Went to school with my mother.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Did he really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Really cool.
She says, well, he was an asshole back then. I was like, he really wasn't trying to hide it.
Yeah. He literally wrote a song because of
I'm
it.
an asshole.
Leo.
Asshole. Yeah, no,
Such
yeah.
a good song.
Oh, it's killer.
Rescue Me.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
great series. I
Was
can't
one of my
believe
favorite.
no.
Really?
Ice
So,
Age.
you know,
Ice
at the
Age.
end-
I haven't
Ice
seen
Age.
He
Oh,
was,
sorry.
He was a saber tooth, right?
God
No,
damn it, Diego.
no, I fucked it up.
But no, and Rescue Me, the one of my favorite episodes. It's I'm not. This isn't a spoiler because it's been out for like
For a
7
while,
years.
yeah, you're good.
But
Right,
the guy
yeah.
Lou, the lieutenant, he dies, and
Perfect timing.
but he dies, and then
Sad.
Yeah.
We have sad music. We should do sad music.
but when they in that
he died.
episode
He died.
when they did that, they had the 6 caskets in front of Lou because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
seeing it from his point. In Worcester, there was a a fire that killed 6 Worcester firefighters. And he wrote that into the show as like,
Oh, wow.
to honor them. It's
Wow.
like,
That's pretty cool.
it's like Lou's speech was these guys gave everything. They loved each other, and that was it, you know. But, yeah, so Dennis Leary is another influence of mine.
Was that your phone or no?
Was that
Is that your phone?
It's not mine.
It's
Oh,
not
that
mine.
might have been the laptop on mine. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'll do a
You're
shot of
fired.
water.
You're
I'll
all
do a shot of
fired.
water.
Unprofessional. I cannot
Sorry.
believe you.
Sorry, that's the rule.
So we wanted to bring up influences or influencers, right? So you wanted to discuss that a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you want to ask a question on it? Or?
It wasn't so much necessarily asking a question. It's just I want to say to people, go back and watch old comedy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not just
yeah.
it's not just Joe Rogan, Eliza Schlesinger. It's going back and watching. If you go back and watch Lenny Bruce, and you go watch a Lenny Bruce video and you compare it to today's video,
Yeah.
it's not the same. It's a different cadence. It was a different point to it, and like I think it's prerequisite before you get on a stage. You should at least give these guys a look, see what's going on, and it also helps you writing because then you can see what other people are reading and writing. Did they do that joke 20 years ago?
Right.
So it keeps your own stuff sharp.
Or like it kind of gives you an idea of like what holds up too. I would imagine like if you're going back in time in a sense and seeing what other comics are doing, kind of gives you an idea of like, all right, would that land today? Would it not land now? I guess that would be a good way to kind of
with the
gauge
culture as it is now. I look at a lot of stuff, and it's like you wouldn't be able to say it now on every platform.
Oh yeah, like some
But
of
in the same
batter stuff. Is that a word? That's not a
the
word.
worst stuff, the more
Yes.
offensive stuff.
There we go.
It's like
That's
is that
me.
a phone again?
That's me. That's me.
Okay, but
It's over
Go
there.
turn your
I
shit
can't
off.
turn it off.
Dude.
How am I gonna turn it off?
Go like this.
The volume.
What do you-
Volume down. Volume down.
It's simple. It's just one button.
I asked you last week.
How are we getting it all the way this way though? Like, sorry, John. Sorry.
no, no worry. But what was the question again?
Influencers.
Influencers. So you can also look at like see what offensive stuff has been said in the past.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of it won't be. You can't say it now.
Yeah.
So, but
Everything's
it's also
everything's
similar.
so PC right now, isn't it? Like,
Right. But think about back in George Carlin Day, he got arrested
Yeah.
for swearing.
Yep.
true.
It's like most of us, anybody watching this,
Yeah.
we have trouble sometimes not swearing.
Yeah, you're right.
Like you got to go clean for 5 seconds. They're like,
What?
I talk about drugs for like 12 minutes. So back in the day, it was people were actually getting arrested. Like Lenny Bruce made a career out of explaining what he went to court for. So it's like,
That's really old school.
yeah,
That's
like
old,
he's
like 50s, 60s, right?
yeah, he was like him being arrested at the Troubadour.
Yeah, he was definitely a
That's when it
pioneer.
was-
Pioneer of getting in trouble. in a
When
sense.
we start getting arrested for like the things we say, then it'll be similar to that. But right now, where it's more of like a PC thing, where it's like I've also said I'm not a clean comic. Other people can hold that banner. I don't. It'd be nice to do like dry bar comedy or something like that, something known for clean comedy.
Yeah.
But it's not right now. Not right now.
yeah,
No, I feel like
I don't- I
I'm
think-
not.
I-
None of us are comedians, right? But I feel like you can't be clean.
I think you should
there's
not.
no-
Why go backwards?
right?
That's my thing. Is why
Yeah.
would you go backwards?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure that's kind of what your stance is. Why would you go in the dark ages or the era of where you would get in trouble or arrested for what you say?
For
You
me-
should just be if you don't like it, don't come to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to it.
I
don't listen to it.
yeah, I don't need
Like,
money
I don't
from
get
your
it.
tickets.
You
Like,
should
I
know.
just don't
You should know who you're going to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you
You
don't
should-
know, if you're just showing up, then
Yeah.
That's your
that's
problem.
your fault.
Yeah, that's your
Leave.
problem.
Then leave. Don't complain.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think comedy is inherent in everything. Anybody, if a good writer can make a nice, clean comment, clean joke.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it plenty of times.
Just
You
get
know.
rid of the fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. I was asking a guy, Torin, like, how'd you get on dry bar comedy? And he said, you got to really mind your P's and Q's. Nothing blue at all. Like, if you had a joke about sex, lose it.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not necessarily just swears. It's people wanting to see.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
wholesome comedy. Mormon comedy. Because that's where...
You are in Gilbert.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alexa's
Yeah.
a former Mormon, too. So,
Oh.
yeah.
That's what makes things great again.
Mormonism?
Fallen
Guys, you gotta-
Mormons.
Fallen Mormons.
Yeah.
Jack Mormons, lapsed Mormons.
Yes, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Me, I don't prescribe to any religion, so it's just like, nah, whatever.
Yep.
Prescribe to any religion.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Oh, I actually like that terminology.
Good way.
I like that terminology.
Yeah. So, are you a fan of movies? Are you a fan of movies?
So no,
basically?
let's before we move on to that.
Okay.
Before we go there, let's talk about our influences if we have any.
Do
Yeah.
we?
Do we?
Oh,
I don't know.
All right.
Like who do we like for comedy, right?
Yeah.
Do we want
Please.
to pass it
Oh,
along?
we're talking about...
No,
okay.
I think
no,
everybody
here's the thing.
tell.
So,
We talked about that initially before we started.
We're not comedians, so
Yeah.
let's,
No, but
let's
who do
talk
we
about-
like to see? Like who do we
here's
like?
Here's the thing. His thing was influences on comics.
Yeah, so for us it'd be like who do we like to see?
Okay, so just...
Like,
No,
who do
Yeah,
we
what
like?
was
Who-
what
who-
was one thing like
Eddie
for
Mur-
me?
for
Eddie
me
Murphy,
was Eddie
Raw.
Murphy.
Eddie
Yeah, that's a
Murphy,
good
Raw.
one. That's
Eddie
good.
Yeah.
Murphy,
good.
raw and
Raw.
delirious shit. That shit was funny.
Eddie Murphy couldn't do any of that.
He can't do any of that
You
anymore.
bet.
That's a good
and
way
that's
to-
probably maybe why he doesn't do it. He can't do none of that shit anymore.
Yeah.
But
That's
that
why
shit
he-
was funny.
He linked
That
up
was
with
hilarious.
Disney.
The another one would be for me Martin Lawrence as well.
Another one that doesn't
Run tell
do,
dad.
Yep.
doesn't do too much anymore.
Albert
That
is
one that
all
you
men
so
of
crazy.
color.
Yeah, he is.
Yes,
And he-
I am. I am
cool.
a man.
All
of
the
color.
above.
Well, yeah.
All the above. He's a man of color. And
Do you have anybody that's like Hispanic whatsoever?
Yeah, no. I have
you put him on the spot. Like
No, Fluffy.
Yeah,
yeah. I went to
That's
go
the
see
first
him.
comic me and you saw together.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We went to go see him together. He's fun. Alex Rodriguez. No.
Oh, that's
no.
old school.
Alex.
Not
what's
Reese.
his last
It's not
name?
Reese, right?
No. It's Alex. I forgot his last name. I went to go see him too as well.
Yeah, I
He's
think
funny
it is
as hell.
Ruiz.
Yeah, his comic. He's from Kentucky, I think, and he's
No,
Hick.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
His one of his stand-ups is
He's
Hick,
like-
Hispanic.
George
he's from-
Lopez.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, you should say
George Lopez is good.
Yumbo
He's
Yak?
not one of my.
Yumbo
He's
Yak.
not one of my
Yumbo
favorites.
Yak.
Yumbo Yak.
What about you?
What about
Scott?
you, Scott?
Man, there's so many.
Which
since-
ones are not in a KKK clan?
Yeah, I'm thinking of I'm thinking all white guys because of you. Well, recently, like I'm really digging on Bert Kreischer.
Mm-hmm.
That's more recent.
You are pretty racist and fat, so I mean, it kind of
Fits the category. Bert's not that much. I guess he is.
Okay.
He is
racist.
fatter than you, though.
He has some
that's for
racist,
sure, yeah.
racist
I wouldn't-
kind of things.
I don't get the feeling of racism from Burt Kreischer.
Well,
No,
not
it's
really-
just
not
a
as
running
much.
joke
Yeah.
between him and his buddy. But
Well, that whole stand up on he had on Netflix about
Louis C.K.
The
is another
Machine.
good one.
the machine one where he was talking about them.
You
the,
can
the
relate,
N,
huh?
The N word, which was nerd. That was his whole joke, which was funny. But it was
so that's your more
Old school.
recent.
We're talking about
yeah.
old school.
old school stuff. I did like Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy stuff was really good. I like Richard.
speaking of-
I like Richard Pryor.
There you go.
Yeah.
My favorite
Good
Richard
one.
Pryor joke is where he lights the match. He's like, "What's that?" It's Richard Pryor running down the street.
Yeah. Was that not Lawrence or no? Was that Martin Lawrence did that one or no?
No, that was Richard
him.
Pryor.
He made it funny of himself. That's
Oh yeah,
hilarious.
that was after his
That's
freebase.
after he
incident.
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even better.
That's if you want to see that joke, it's live on the Sunset Strip.
That's too
There you
funny.
Yeah.
Those are the three for me. I mean,
What about
the
you,
recent and the past, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I have recent and in the past, I guess. George Carlin being a big,
He's a good one.
big one. Richard Pryor being another
Good one.
but more recently it would be like Tom Segura.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which
Why? Because
you
you look
guys,
like him?
you guys fit the description.
Because you
Yeah.
fit the description?
No, not really, but I do like to make fun of my racist fat friend. So I mean, it's just one
So
of those
wait a
things.
minute. He's the racist fat friend?
No,
Is it?
Bert Kreischer is the racist fat friend.
Oh, so you're making fun of me as I'm Bert and you're
Tom
okay. I got
Segura.
it. You're Tom Segura. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I guess things might go off well if we're both those guys because those guys are pretty successful. So
Yeah.
Yeah, just ride that out.
Albert's here for the Albert's here
I'm
for the
just
fucking
here for
run.
the fucking
I
drinks.
just-
Albert just shows up.
I'm just
You
here for
guys
the
are
drinks.
equal opportunity.
Yes,
There we
it
go.
goes away, and that's what Albert does.
I just feel like Tom Segura right now, he's on the cutting edge. It's
Yeah,
one of those
but-
things that he's bringing back the
Somebody-
risque
Yeah,
in
but
comedy.
Somebody
Is
asked
he-
Joe Rogan,
is he your
how
influence?
many headliners
yeah,
are there?
yeah, I would say
Okay.
so.
You know, and Joe
Yeah.
Rogan said there's only about 500 headliners Tom Segura and Joe Rogan are those guys. Like, they're always touring, they're always going around, they're always
doing something. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. Tom Segura is definitely on the front edge of it. It's most of his Netflix specials, I love watching them.
He got McDonald's as a sponsor, and then McDonald's pulled away once they realized what they got into. Like,
Who can do that?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, anybody can do
Who can
that.
pull
to be
that
honest.
off?
No, anybody can do that. To be honest with you, but at the same time, it's like he was an example of corporate America trying to get into this indie podcast thing.
Yeah, and then they realized, shit.
like, oh shit,
this is not PC. That you can't give fucking toys to the kids.
Exactly.
To the podcast.
Exactly.
Did you see the movie The Founder, though?
It's a good
yes,
movie.
I did.
Fucked
Yeah.
up. Did it make you hate fucking McDonald's?
I didn't eat McDonald's for like a couple of weeks.
It's been a while since I've had McDonald's.
Like, seriously, like I lived on
Fucked
Big Macs for a little bit, and I'm like, you know what?
That's
fuck
fucked
yourself.
up.
I can't.
Fuck you. Fuck.
Michael Keaton just does
fuck
an
Batman.
amazing job.
Fuck
Yeah,
Batman.
he
Fuck
did.
Batman.
He
fuck
did.
Crushes anything. He does.
McDonald's. Just you're done with it.
Michael Keaton made me stop making like McDonald's for a couple of weeks.
That
That's
just
how good it
shows
was.
you
He
what
did
a
a
good
good
actor
job.
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
so good. Right? Yeah, we've talked about him before.
Yeah,
Birdman.
Birdman. Yep.
Birdman. We had a Birdman episode where we watched the movie because I didn't see it, and I think you guys saw it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And we watched, we all watched it again, and that was
To reminisce
Yes.
when we actually watched movies to like get
to give reviews. The
Yeah.
old movies, and we did that one. We did Brokeback Mountain. We've never seen it, and we did that one, which
I've
is
never seen it.
There's a good thing to talk about. So since you've started comedy, like where has your progressions been? Because since we've started podcasting, our progressions went from shitty movie reviews to having comedy guests on
local comedy.
Yeah, local comedy, trying to get their voice out. Like
So-
we've expanded, like we've grown in different avenues. Like what have you done?
For me,
Wow, that was
what
a
have
weird
you
way to
done?
put that. That was a weird way to put that.
Yeah, no shit.
I
Like,
didn't
what
mean
have
it. I
you
didn't
done,
mean
bro?
it that way.
Time
but
to
I'm
leave.
saying-
well,
Have you
I
done
guess
enough?
I did the competition you guys judged. Well,
He's like,
Hey,
That's
we,
not- yeah.
Pretty much,
we were a part of.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, what the fuck have you done, bro?
No,
That was
Damn,
Wow.
that was harsh.
my original.
me and Albert don't
question-
speak for him.
Yeah.
Me and Albert don't
My
speak.
original
the-
question.
the-
God
the-
damn it.
He's on his own, bro. I don't know.
That's all you. That was fucked
That's all
up.
him, bro.
but,
I'm gonna
for
go get some tissues.
For progressions in myself.
Yes, there
What
you
have
go.
I
That's
done?
yeah.
Like,
What have
like
you
the-
done for me
The
lately?
relationship I just got out of
Yeah.
freed up a lot of time to go out and do open mics. 'cause-
Okay.
So she was controlling. Speak more.
Well,
So
it
she was your
if she-
typical white
she
woman.
Didn't, she didn't want to go out. She didn't want to have fun. Like most of the time when we go to shows, it's like I
Yeah,
see all the
yeah.
guys I know. We say it's a party. We just go and tell our friends
Yeah.
jokes. That's really all it is. And like I wanted to go do that. She didn't want to. She just wanted to sit there on the couch and watch fucking Gossip Girl or whatever, and scroll on our phones. And it's like,
she's
well,
a
there's like
typical white
I could
lady.
get on stage 3 times tonight if I go to like Tempe Town Tavern, Grand Ave, whatever else was out, and then I was like, that would be cool. Now I've done that like 3 times. I'm like, now what else am I going to do?
Yeah, there you go.
So like getting out of that relationship was the biggest progression I've made so far.
There you go.
Nice.
So,
Yes.
so,
You're on a
like I
good
got
path.
out to
What about you, Mark? Huh?
Did
Yeah,
you
what have
make
you done
change-
lately, Mark?
What have you done lately,
Did you
bro?
make
Fucking guy.
changes? Did you make changes though, like beyond that scenario? Like, were there like specific jokes that you wrote, and
Oh, yeah.
then you changed it up to get a broader audience, or
It was it really goes with the experience of going to the open mics and seeing where it would you.
what's landing, what's not landing?
Yeah, like
okay,
I have a general outline of what I want to say on stage. It's always the same jokes, but what I really dig is the little things in between, like the little jokes that come up with like off the cuff and stuff, like whatever comes to mind.
yeah,
You know, that's fun. But like there's been jokes that I've written completely all the way out, and I've done them in front of crowds. I know they'll get laughs. It's just like I wanted to see, like for first part of the year, for like the last 5 months, since I've pretty much been with Bobby over at Boycott and whatnot.
Okay.
I started getting on more stages, and like after I got out to Boycott, I was like, I can do this more often. I can get out more often. And then just I started writing jokes for that kind, just to see if I could. You know.
okay,
And like when I did the mushrooms, like I did those with a particular intention to write about it. You know.
Is Mushrooms a club, or like you literally did mushrooms?
Yeah. I took a handful of mushrooms at 8:00 on New Year's.
Nice.
Like,
then
that's-
you wrote a bunch of shit.
It's not a dramatization. I was glued to the floor for 20 fucking minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
When you do mushrooms, do you feel like you need to be out in nature when you do
Oh,
them,
yeah.
or do you,
Yeah.
well,
it's an experience,
the
right?
first time I did mushrooms, that was how it happened. I started doing hallucinogens, and I got to the point where I took too much my first time, and it was way too much.
Okay.
Yeah, and you remember
Is it
Austin Powers, the
way too
70s
much?
Technicolor. I closed my eyes, and that's all I could see.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but after that whole situation where I thought nothing can get any worse, I calmed down for a couple minutes, and then I went outside, and it was beautiful. It was great.
Nice.
So with
yeah.
mushrooms, is it the same kind of scenario where when you eat them, it takes a while to kick in, almost like
A little bit.
like edibles, and it's
Yeah.
the same
It
thing.
has to
like,
digest.
Go down, hit your bloodstream, and then hits you.
Yeah.
That kind of how it goes. Okay.
So it's
Just
it's a little delayed release, but
Yeah.
it's not one of those things where it's I don't know if there wasn't any in this. How much is it?
So that one's
if
you
you get a
know-
gold cap mushroom and you take it, you will see colors.
Really?
It's one of those things. There's no.
No, there's been a point where I've stared at a flame and I'm like, I see
This
the
thing's
past
talking to me.
and
Yeah.
the future
Yeah,
in
it's-
this flame. It's been nuts. There has been a point where I've done mushrooms and I'm sitting there laughing so much, I had to hide my face in my girlfriend, now wife,
Nice.
her breasts for a minute because I couldn't
that's the real
compose
reason.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
I
when
did-
you-
You're looking for a reason.
I wasn't looking for a reason.
Yeah.
I needed to fucking hide myself for a minute because I was just laughing so much on shrooms. So we talk about shrooms now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we talk about shrooms now. What do you feel about Colorado legalizing?
I think it's great.
It's
It's decriminalized. It's not legalized.
Yeah, there
It's
you go.
decriminalized.
Yeah, decriminalized.
But
So-
I know several people who do microdose, and it
Okay.
helped them immensely. So I was there's a Family Guy episode where they walk into he has a stroke.
Yeah.
He walks into a stem cell research facility and he walks out walking, and he says, "Why are we not funding this?" So it's kind of like that feeling for me. It's
Yeah.
I've seen it work for so many people. I'm just happy.
Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin
And
me, I love mushrooms.
Yes.
So it's
All right. So 2 people.
yeah.
Keep going.
But I think that it will help people who need it. It's
So okay,
natural
so
medicine.
I'm me on not the fence, but not against it by all means. Just because I don't understand the hallucinogens or whatever, but how would it benefit?
you smoke weed, so I mean,
No, I don't.
Bank of America.
What is it?
what?
Time that.
Quantum Albert, here he comes.
What does it mean?
Oh, you're so.
No, I'm just saying. How does it help people?
Oh, okay.
When-
So
the first time I did it, I felt after it, it's okay, that was an experience. It helped me go through some stuff. If you can get the chemical system down enough, microdosing, it's taking a small dose over a period of time to prolong the effect. If you can get that formula right for your body or how you want to feel,
Yeah.
it can do wonders for you.
are you asking about it?
It helps
kinda
with depression. It just takes a fucking
No,
edge
I'm
off of
asking
this
not
fucking
for me.
shit.
No, not
to
for you, but I'm saying,
I'm just
are you
wondering what the
asking,
effects are. How does it help
weed is.
somebody?
How weed
yeah,
is.
because weed is
Yes, I understand what
perfect.
you're
CBD and all
That's
that
what
stuff.
you're asking.
What medically beneficial
There
is
you
it
go.
for
With
the
mushrooms.
normal people that use it or need to use it?
Let's
is what I
say
mean.
let's say that you have
schizophrenia.
Oh, so shit like that. No, that might enhance it, probably, right?
No. Let's say that you have some type of life issue that's going on in your world, right?
Okay, I think all people have that.
On a regular basis.
Yeah, I think
yes,
everyone has that.
You're right.
Yeah, but everybody's different though.
But before you address the issue, right, you end up going on a trip with mushrooms, right? It will
Help you pick the right path.
not help you pick the right path.
It'll
but-
slow you down.
No, it will it'll enlighten your.
guide you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll
guide you.
It'll guide you to what do I need to do in this circumstance. It'll show you a light of yourself that you haven't experienced yet.
I agree with that.
You think so?
No.
Yeah.
It will show you all right, I need, especially if you have a lot of drama in your life and you end up doing it, it will show who you really are.
Oh shit!
Before I did my first trip on mushrooms, I had a blowout with my girlfriend.
Eyes open.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit of a different headspace. I also say you should do drugs around people you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I would agree
like I
with
said
that.
earlier, we're all adults now, so it's
Yeah.
if you do it in a conscious state of mind, responsibly, you should be able to do that.
I did hear this phrase from somebody one time, a neighbor.
It wasn't me.
It was not you.
You've never been a neighbor.
A guy that I was meeting who was a neighbor. He said that anytime you do hallucinogens after you're 30 is not a good idea. I don't know how true that is. That was the one thing he said to me.
But that's it.
He said it basically like it almost seems like if you do that, you're in for trouble.
So
maybe it means
there are
because
people
you're already
who
in a
say if you
situation.
smoke weed in
you're
your
right.
teenage years, you're
Exactly.
fucked.
But this guy who told me that was
a doctor.
Yes, he was a doctor and he was really big into drugs and prescription drugs.
For him is an issue.
Yeah, so he was.
he was-
that's what I'm saying.
He was all over
For-
things.
for
No, he was not a
everybody.
doctor. Just not
for
that.
him,
Here,
Lower him down. He's not a doctor. But
it's different for everybody because
That's true.
In his 30s he was in a different.
No,
state.
his idea of it was if you haven't done it, like
Okay.
you've never done it. Like if you did it in your 20s or like in your teens
And
or
then
whatever,
you do it
and then
in
you
your
do your 30s,
it's
you're in
like-
for trouble.
so here's my
What
thought
was his
mentality.
opinion on ecstasy?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but-
exactly.
See, there's
Yeah.
more than just mushrooms.
Yeah. It was,
Very true.
he just said hallucinogens is
Yeah.
what he kinda-
Here's my thing, specifically with mushrooms, is you're gonna go on a journey
in your
when you
mind,
do it.
right?
Of course.
That's why they
You
call
are-
it a trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to address the bad. You just need to be prepared for it. But once
Shit, yeah.
no.
Then,
But
yeah,
once you are prepared, if you're prepared, you go in prepared for it. Like, I know this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's not like you need to have a fucking tent set up or you're prepared to go camping.
That's what I would probably do. If
No,
you see
yeah.
a tent out front,
Emotionally,
if you guys show up and
emotionally-
there's a tent out
no,
front, then I was
emotion-
on a trip.
I was fucking tripping.
Emotionally, you need to be ready to face some things that you're not ready to face.
face
Okay.
your demons.
And then after that, once that's over, it's not bliss, but it's like it's a
Smooth
positive.
sailing?
Yeah, it's
Nothing will get you down, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Nothing
yeah.
will get you down.
Have you?
And
not to
I think it's the same
put you
thing.
on the spot.
If you're in a bad situation or you're in a bad state of mind, that trip is going to go that way.
Hey,
It can.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
and I've heard that
Yeah.
too. Like if
Well-
you're like in the wrong state of mind going into it, or you
Then that's where
that's where you're
going
gonna be
the
on.
first time I did it, my girlfriend at the time, she
She
made
said-
little flashcards.
Ooh, like smiley faces and shit to make you be happy.
Oh no, dude, I was too high. Like I was too high. I made like a cocoon in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I had just inhaled a bunch of my hair and my dog's hair, and I'm freaking out. I'm throwing up, and I'm having a horrible time. I'm just tweaking, and then all of a sudden she comes in, she puts a flashcard down in front of my face, and that's the only thing I see, and it says, "Calm down. You're here to be with the universe." And then my eyes go closed for a second. Then I open them again. And there's another card in front of my face. So she wrote these out like a week in advance.
Oh, wow.
To like if somebody has a bad trip.
Yeah. To
That'll-
get you
and then
back.
we went outside and we were.
Great.
Now I know why people call them
And
tree
then
huggers.
and then you're out there fucking Pokemon going,
No.
catching Pokemons
No,
and
so-
shit.
No, that neighborhood sucked.
So pretty much, she brought you, brought you back into
Yeah,
like,
brought me
hey,
down to it.
don't
It's-
trip on it.
Again,
It's
just
a
if you
good-
can do them
So
responsibly.
that was your first time.
That was my
Right?
first
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
So, and
So
then
you
the
need
second
something.
time.
You need a co-pilot, basically, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be
You would
good.
need
No,
a
it's always,
co-pilot.
it's always
Or-
good to do it with a
Yeah,
friend.
with a
That's
friend.
for sure.
Yeah.
Especially
Somebody
somebody
who's-
who's if
well-
you can do it
well
with a friend
versed-
who's experienced.
Yeah,
in it,
well versed
Yeah.
in the journey.
Yeah. Like Jim Brewer calls him the drug wizard.
Yeah,
it's
That's
like-
the guy that you do it with.
Yeah, that's the
A
guy.
drug wizard.
The way he says it's like, you know that guy who's like, if I ever do try so and so,
Blank.
I want to make sure
This
Billy's
guy's
there.
there.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like, so
Okay,
he got
that's
that. He's
good.
got a
That makes
like
sense.
a 20-minute bit about that. So
Yeah.
Howard, do you have a story about doing?
Not to put you on the spot.
What?
Yeah, no, or
No. I mean, I've tried them once, but it wasn't a bad trip.
what was your experience like?
Did you turn to Robert?
I don't remember, bro.
He has a twin brother. Did you turn to Robert?
Yeah, well, his girlfriend thought I was.
Oh, it was that night. It was that night you guys switched.
Yeah, his girlfriend thought I was Robert.
Nice.
Good cover. That was on mushrooms.
We were both on mushrooms. I don't know who was who.
So, and then right after that, our bar came on the show. I'm just kidding.
Wait a minute. Oh, it's today. You did it today? Oh, shit.
I'm kidding.
The last time I ever did shrooms, I did it with a good buddy of mine, Simon, and
It was on a Tuesday?
no, it was on a Saturday.
Oh, okay.
No, we did chocolate covered shrooms. So essentially, you
that's a
put
thing?
you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
shrooms in chocolate.
There's a
and
dude
all
who
it
told
is.
me to do it.
You
He's
just-
like, you crush them up in a coffee grinder and he throws them into like a strawberry milkshake.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It won't.
I don't even
They're,
know.
they're flavorless. It's just it tastes like you know that thing you tie up bread with.
Yeah.
It feels like you're eating one of those.
Yeah, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
So there's so many different ways you can take it.
I went that night. It was probably my worst trip ever, but at the same time, it was probably my best trip ever.
How's that?
Because there
Duality.
was there was some shit that I needed to face, and that night there was a point where I was sitting in front of my kitchen sink with a knife in my hand, ready to go,
Nice.
like
Cool.
ready to make shit. Fucking
Did you end it?
It was terrible. Obviously,
Tell me more.
the
Did you
outcome-
end it?
Obviously,
Tell me more.
The thing that brought me down to reality though was the
White
Beatles.
Walkers?
The what?
No, this was way before.
The what?
No, it
What
was the
brought you to
Beatles'
reality?
Yellow Submarine. It brought me to reality. It brought me into a Zen state where like I just don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't care anymore. It's that like
You felt peace.
nothing's gonna bother me to the point to where like
felt
I need to
peace.
fucking.
You felt peace.
Yeah, no. And I've had that same
Or
mentality.
Serenity is a good word.
Since that event, like I am someone who where like if shit needs to get done, I'm gonna be a little dramatic about it. You guys have experienced it.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, but there are times where like not times, but there are things that like if there's something
Months.
going on where like I'm just if there's drama going on, you know, like
Drop some shrooms. You're good to go.
well, not even not drop shrooms. Like I don't need to drop shrooms. Like, but, no, but what I'm saying is like if shit happens. It
Shit
happens.
happens.
Yeah. Like, and I'm just gonna move on. Like, I'm not gonna let it bother me to the point
Say
where,
that.
like,
Such
I need-
as
So,
life.
kind of like it's life.
So
yeah,
Forrest
it's
Gump.
life, and I need
So
to
like
move
Forrest
the fuck
Gump.
on. No,
So you watched Forrest
gonna
Gump that
address it.
night.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it was. So you're like, it was 97, 98. You're watching Forrest Gump. That was on.
No.
Shit happens. You were dropping mushrooms.
Bubble
Everything
gum.
worked out. Bubblegum shrimp. And you made a good life.
the Beatles in the
And
Yellow
then,
Submarine
it
showed
came
up.
on.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was
That's
like
the only thing
fucking-
that's not in sync there, but everything worked out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
essentially.
cool. Yeah, wow. Right,
What
It
about
wa-
you,
it-
Scott?
No, I've never done it. I
Oh, you
just
never
told you
done
that.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's totally worth it. Do it.
It is.
I'm over
Like
30
I said,
You look at it as
The
you're
one-
over
the-
30, you're down.
You've been
I,
told
I would
about
say
the-
I would say
Part
the
of
one
being a
the
responsible drug user is picking and choosing which drugs you should
the
do.
the
Yeah,
one
that
the
is true.
one wise philosopher that told me not to do it over 30 is not the big wise philosopher that I thought he was. So maybe
Oh, is this the guy that
Well,
we got in a
everybody's
fight
capable of
with
being
one
full of
time?
shit.
I didn't. Another neighbor did.
Oh,
Okay.
Another story.
Yeah.
All right.
Another story for another episode.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
Let's get
teaser.
let's get into the normal agenda. Of
Oh yeah,
things
what
that
happened?
We talk about.
Oh yeah, instead of drug talk.
But, yeah, instead of
Let's roll into
mushrooms
Endgames. All right, guys, Endgame talk.
Oh no, we haven't even talked about Sonic yet.
Oh shit!
Sonic.
Sorry.
Okay, so did you see?
So, John, are you a fan of like early '90s, mid '90s Sega Genesis games? Right?
Oh, yeah.
No. Yes. No.
The only two games
Are
I
you-
played on it was Sonic
Okay.
and Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
None-
well,
There you
perfect.
go.
I didn't have
Were you-
Sega Genesis. I
were
was
you-
NES. I was
Wait
Nintendo.
a minute. Was
Well, yeah,
Sonic?
no, Sonic was
was
on
Sonic
it.
on NES?
No, I thought it was on.
He was on
He was
Sega.
on Sega for
Was
the
he
most
on-
part.
Oh yeah, he was on Sega.
But you played Sonic, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
And
they
I watched
recently,
the cartoon too.
Yeah.
then
So,
there was
yeah.
the Sonic cartoon, which
And now they're making it a
kind of
movie.
looked just like the game, right? So recently they just dropped the
Movie?
preview,
The trailer.
Yeah, the trailer for Sonic the movie, right? And he
Do
looks
you
human.
want me to send it up here?
Yeah.
Oh, the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's watch it. Can you do it from there?
Yep.
Oh, look at you. Smart guy.
Yahtzee.
Oh, Fallout. What? There we go. Can you turn the volume up, though?
God. Darn it.
Oh, you were almost ready.
This is muted.
You were almost ready. You almost made it, dude.
Crying out loud, Scott.
Either way, so the character doesn't look like what he looked like in the game, right?
Right.
So they're making a big fuzz about that.
Yeah, dude.
It's impressive that
But-
so many people complain. They're
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? You guys are right. That's fair. That's a fair criticism.
And guess what? That's
the
what they're
first time
doing.
ever happened.
They're changing it.
Yeah,
They're
so the
changing it
director
because-
is changing it. So
Because people are making a big fuzz of it. I know, right?
I kind of relate to the people that are doing it though. Like,
Of course you would.
since when does Sonic have fucking teeth? He's
And small eyes, I guess.
Creepy.
Like
Yeah.
really small eyes.
Well, in the trailer, I mean, yeah, Sonic doesn't have those type of eyes.
760.
Is it on? What
No.
the fuck's... Why is there no volume?
I don't know.
In the computer,
Volume?
the computer?
No volume?
No volume?
Sega.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Well,
I guess you can see it, everybody.
it's
and
Sega's
whoever's
character.
watching.
But either way, I mean, yeah, for
Either way,
those
you can
watching
see it,
on
and
YouTube,
yeah, he does
and
look.
whatnot.
He does look
And
very Sonic-y.
they're saying that he didn't have fur?
He did have fur.
But that's what they're saying, that he didn't.
Well, that's one of those things. Like, if you play from the originals, like they didn't really show like
But
fiber.
back then...
But
Fiber
if you
one?
think about if you think about like a hedgehog, right, that has these type of abilities, if you're gonna make him realistic, it's kind of gonna be the way he
Is that
is,
Jim
for the
Carrey?
exception.
Yep.
Jim Carrey's in the
I
movie?
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I love the mustache.
Do you not
Yeah.
have a sound whatsoever?
No.
What
I
happened?
don't know.
Turn your volume up on your phone.
It is.
Here's it on the side.
You're
The switch.
fired.
Well, let's do this one.
There you go.
I'm gonna run it back.
There you go.
All right, you're gonna start it all over. Thanks a lot, dude. No, but it's just.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the trailer all the way through. And so I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sit and watch it. Let it go. Turn it up.
Turn it down.
No, up.
That's
Up?
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
It's good right there.
now I can
Let
hear
the
it.
audience hear it.
Everyone can hear it. Go being a schoolgirl. That's gonna be your new name, by the way.
Schoolgirl.
Yeah. What do you want to call me?
The only thing I hear
So they
think
changed
when I
it.
hear that theme is Amish Paradise from Weird
Oh,
Al.
that's what I hear too. That's all I hear too. I agree. Amish Paradise is in the movie. Weird Al's in the movie. I can't wait to see Weird Al. Oh, maybe he's fucking the dude, the red-haired guy.
No, that's
No, that's Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's the bad guy.
Yeah, Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm wrong. I'm in charge. Allow me to clarify.
The only
he
thing that
definitely is.
upsets me about Jim Carrey playing, like, I wish they would have gave him like a bodysuit, because you know how like
Yeah, he was like a head and a red fucking thing, and it was like a
mustache.
lobster kind of thing. Like, yeah,
kinda, yeah.
that's not him.
And how does Sonic get fucking shot by a dart? Like, I don't.
And then-
What?
and then-
Well, he
How
could
does
have.
this
He
fucking-
got a good. He. His whole thing was, I'm going to avoid missiles and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
They changed his eyes already. 'Cause they
Yeah,
were
they,
smaller.
no, that's the controversy with.
His eyes were smaller originally.
No, but thank you for asking.
No, his eyes are not.
Tacoma.
No, his eyes are not changed, dude.
See what makes a tick.
Fast and Furious, huh?
The producers of it, yeah.
Oh, that
Looks
means
like
gonna
it.
Be, that means there's gonna be fucking 19 of them. Shit.
When's Vin Diesel pop up?
Yeah, he's gonna be there, or The Rock.
Took 9 million steps today.
Well, yeah, you couldn't have missed the dart.
Exactly.
That sounds shitty.
Yeah.
Based on that, what you said, and then that happening.
Be quiet. How much longer? I can't breathe in here.
Do you have your child in that bag?
No. I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine.
Oh, that's even
This is
worse.
going.
It's not your child. Smells like body spray in an old ham sandwich.
Well, the comedy's there.
Vamber.
Yeah, obviously.
There he is.
There he is. I haven't seen that.
What was that?
That
Oh,
right
look at
there.
that.
That's him.
That looks like him
Yeah,
for sure.
that's him for sure. Yes.
Let's save that up there.
That is a very proud
Yes.
chin.
That's good. Good
It
job,
is
Jim Carrey.
Prominent. I think Jim Carrey's going to do a good job. I
But
just
the rest of the movie's probably not going
I
to be.
just want
Like there were memes like Jim Carrey's carrying this whole fucking thing right now.
right exactly. No, I think they still.
I would
need
agree
to-
with that.
Even if that was a revised version of his eyes, like I feel like they still have it fucked up.
Yeah.
That still looks. I mean, his face. If you want to be exact.
Oh,
I think-
look, he's hanging around
I think it's-
mushrooms.
Yeah, look at that.
Hell
Mushroom,
yeah.
Full
All right.
circle.
Yeah.
Now that explains the movie.
He has a bigger face, but obviously you can't get exact.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
He had a
I'm
bigger
okay
face.
with Jim Carrey being like that.
Yeah.
I'm
That looks
fine
good.
with
The
that.
Looks
first
good.
thing you saw was that like that's him. That was him.
Yeah,
That
I was
Yeah.
expecting this.
That looks like him.
Is that going to be Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
that's Jim Carrey right there. Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I still think that they need to fucking fix Sonic.
Sonic still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? The eyes?
The
The big ol' eyes?
I always thought like there was
it's
a picture.
it's like a
once-
visor,
Yeah.
dude. It's
Goggles.
not.
Yeah, it is.
You
And I
know.
think that was the argument
Yeah.
about how the eyes were. That was a big argument.
you know.
The fur, the whole thing of like being realistic, like him, and like that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Why
just-
would you not be? Yeah.
It's just
It's
like
not
the
fucking.
way.
We're not in the 80s or 90s anymore.
And then another thing too about this movie, I feel like if they do not bring Knuckles into this movie, like I'll
It's
be super
bullshit.
pissed because this movie may not make a second.
Do you know
Right.
the way?
Right?
Do you know the way?
No, it will. It will.
You think so?
Do you
Yeah,
know
Jim
the
Carrey
way,
alone.
brother?
Jim Carrey alone will carry that movie to make it.
To make a
It's gonna be
second,
great.
Yeah, they'll make two at least.
Okay.
at least two. All right.
At least
Oh,
19.
At least two.
I guess it all
'Cause you
depends.
know why?
It
'Cause
all
you know
depends
why?
on the box office.
You know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, that too. But I think Jim Carrey will carry it enough to where they have to bring Tails.
I think Tails will be in this one.
You think Tails?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
if Tails is
Tails.
in that one,
At
then
some point,
maybe
yeah.
it could
Yeah,
be a
Tails,
one and done.
Tails comes before Knuckles, anyways. He was
Who's
in-
Knuckles?
he-
Who's
he-
Knuckles?
You're
I don't remember
right. No,
Knuckles.
that's
Knuckles was like more in the video games. Like you didn't really.
He
see
was
him
in the
cartoons.
third. He was in the third game.
Thank you.
So then why would they bring him out now?
him.
Shadow or the black dude, like the black Sonic's
so
like
that was
black cousin,
the cool Sonic.
What?
Essentially, I mean, yeah.
like the badass Sonic. Like
then
his
there was-
hair's slicked back. It's got like red in it.
It's all dreaded and shit.
Yeah.
I don't.
He's like the Rob. Like
I don't expect
the
Shadow.
Batman.
Yeah, I don't expect
Dreaded
Shadow.
Sonic.
I don't expect the metallic Sonic,
No.
which is like the fucking Android version of Sonic. Like I don't expect any of that stuff.
Good
But
burn. Good
The
burn. By the way.
three
Fuck Android.
The three major people that I expect in this movie is obviously Sonic, which we know he's in.
Yep.
He's in it?
Tails and Knuckles. Like I mean, in
Moose
one
Knuckle?
in
That's gonna
one
be
movie,
Moose Knuckles.
in one
Moose Knuckles?
in
He's
this
not
one
it?
movie, they have enough room for all of that.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like a highlight, like you know how the Avengers do like
There's
an
gonna
after
be-
trailer thing.
There's
like
definitely going to
even-
be a sequel because they probably already did like a 3-movie deal like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure.
we'll see what
I'm sure.
happens.
But you guys don't think that if the box office is horrible, that they'll still continue doing the
I don't-
Yeah, I don't think so.
There's
either.
always direct to DVD.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Movie.
That's
And if
true.
it does better on DVD, then maybe they'll bring it back. But yeah,
Well, then
when
it becomes a
to-
cult classic.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
pissed if Knuckles is not in it though.
Moose Knuckle?
Knuckles sounds familiar, but I don't remember him.
Get right with your Sega Genesis, all right? Get
My
right
bad.
with your Sega
That was
Genesis.
he was all
Yeah.
on Commodore and fucking
He doesn't even know Commodore.
Commodore
64.
64. He was playing that.
I was playing Atari, bro.
Yeah, same thing.
Atari. That's
I was
probably-
Atari,
play
then a
Atari?
Commodore 64.
He's like, I knew how to hack Pong, and that's where his
You
video
never played
game
you
ended.
didn't
hacked
play Atari?
Pong?
Yeah, I did.
Here's a deep
Was it
cut.
that in your time?
ColecoVision.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
even,
yeah,
that's even
that's
deeper.
The one that had like it looked like a remote control with the eight scientific
Yeah.
buttons and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
weird knob.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I had. I didn't even have Atari or anything good.
Nice.
We fucking lost it when we got N64 though. We got
Nintendo,
N64
like a
at
Nintendo
Christmas.
64.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lost it.
So you didn't have it. You
GoldenEye.
didn't have it. Oh
Lost
my
it,
god,
bro.
that was the best game ever.
Same.
Which
Yes.
one?
I think that might be the best game ever for me.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Oh.
007 GoldenEye.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you were like 42 when that came out, but
43.
yeah. But either way, that game like took my summers to another level of like
Really?
not even knowing where summers went because I was playing that
You're
shit.
not wrong. You're not
You're
wrong
in a
whatsoever.
fucking. You're in a 4-person fucking
And
go.
the fact that you could play with 4 people at a
4
time.
people at a time, and you're just in your little square, and you're just fucking watching. And you're just gonna go kill him.
And
It
if
was-
you had the Desert Eagle, the Golden Desert
Golden
Eagle,
Eagle.
oh, dude.
And you got the clob,
Yeah.
oh my,
the
yeah.
scorpion,
You're done. You're done.
The PP was the PP7.
PP7,
Oh my god.
the DD14.
We need to bring that shit back and just play it for like an hour. We
Yeah.
can get fucking nostalgia people to just watch us play it.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, fuck you, Albert. Albert, you don't even know.
Honestly.
Albert, the controller's upside down because you don't even know what you're doing. Albert,
We
the
could do-
controller's upside down.
We could do like a YouTube
What are we
only
talking about?
episode.
Yeah,
where-
Goldeneye.
Yeah,
Goldeneye. We'll buy that shit. We could buy that shit.
Talking about fucking.
You can go to Zia right now,
I'm
buy
talking
an
about
N64 and GoldenEye for $70.
Kung Fu, dude.
That's
Kung
it?
Fu.
$70. Yeah,
Dude, that's,
you walk
we're
up,
not
they have
talking
all
about
the
Atari anymore, right?
Have you never? Have you
Kung Fu
never
was
played?
Nintendo.
Those
Hold
are
on.
40.
Kung Fu was
Hold on.
Nintendo.
Have you never played Goldeneye?
I remember it, but I never really played it a lot.
All right. Well, get on there.
you're
Get on there
done.
and
You're
tell
done.
Ruby that you're not going to come
I'm
home
gonna
tonight,
play
and we're
Kung-
going to play fucking
I'm gonna play
Goldeneye
Kung Fu.
until your eyes can't stay
I'm gonna play
open.
Kung Fu and Duck Hunt.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
dude.
Well,
Yeah,
the Duck
those
Hunt's
are
okay.
good, but that's
Fuck
that's
yeah.
that's Nintendo. That's not 64.
better Nintendo.
Dude,
games.
the Nintendo gun won't even work on these fucking TVs
What
anymore.
about what? Yeah, it will.
The Nintendo gun on these LCDs?
Oh, no, we're not
No,
gonna play
I
Duck
don't
Hunt.
think
Fuck
so.
that. We're gonna play Goldeneye.
Yeah.
We're gonna play anything. It's gonna be Goldeneye. But shit, what was I gonna say? Damn it, you fucked me up.
Fucking lie.
Yeah, probably. You've never played Goldeneye at all?
I remember it, but no, I don't remember really playing it.
Like,
I used to play my mother in it. It was like, come on upstairs and play with me for like 5 minutes. And she didn't know where to run. And I was like, I memorized all the maps.
Yeah, you know-
I'm like, I
yeah.
know right where you are and from like half a map over.
I can memorize like
Really?
so much in my head, like for real. Like,
yeah. I still know.
Like
some
literally,
of the
it
maps.
was summers.
And you never done mushrooms?
No.
That's a memory that you don't want to lose. So.
Yeah, that's gonna be like when you're facing your maker, it's gonna be Goldeneye. You're gonna pass fucking Goldeneye. All right, that was weird. But that was fucking fun. You're right. And then you're gonna roll into goddamn the kids and
So you know what I think? You know,
and then death.
What we should do is we should play story mode at first, right? And
The
then
long
we
version?
should play it multiverse.
Multiverse.
Multiplayer.
No, I just want to play multiplayer all day and just kill fucking fools. Then maybe that's
only
what.
fool- the
Maybe
only fool
maybe
you'll
that's
kill
why.
is him.
Maybe that's what. Well, I mean, I guess there wasn't a whole lot
Because
of.
if me and you played it, like even if we had,
Oh, we
two
need to get him
alternate-
better?
I don't think.
Yeah, of course.
We need to him. Okay, so you
Cartel,
need to
bro.
stay. So tell Ruby
We're
we're gonna be here
related
2
to cartel.
nights. I need you to practice tonight.
Yeah,
And
right.
tomorrow we're gonna
I'm
play
ready-
4 players.
I'm ready to
Just
cartel.
send
John's
her the
gonna
message.
come. John's gonna
Send
come
her the
back.
message. We're going to throw down some sticks tonight.
Yeah, John's gonna come back tomorrow, and he's gonna play all 4.
I'm not
Yeah.
driving back
Yeah,
on the show
you're
by
gonna- you'll be back,
tomorrow.
John. John, you'll be back. We're gonna come back and we're gonna play again, and it's gonna be 4-on-4 on the screens, and
Good
we'll
luck.
play. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
We just found out what we're gonna do with
Slappers
Blow Your
only.
Mind Sweets money.
Oh, slappers only. The fucking, you gotta karate chop. You gotta creep up on people. And that was before you can like choke people out in like real games. And like,
Yeah, this
kill
was
them.
it. You just
But that's
walk
what
up
you
to
did.
them.
You karate chopped them and killed them because you didn't have a gun or no ammo. Oh my god, this sounds so fun. Nostalgia.
I really think we
Nostalgia.
should
I
do
want
it
to
though.
play Centipede.
I'd definitely be down to play it.
You're still back on the. You're still
You're-
back on arcade.
You know,
fucking-
you know what's funny
Well, I
is
need to play those
no, he's
at
quantum
home.
leaping right
I
now.
know,
That's
I
what
know.
he's doing. Because he's all like, you know what? I'll do Dunk Hunt, and then all of a sudden it's like Centipede, and then all of a sudden he's like Wreck-It Ralph, and then it's
You know what his
No,
ba-
Galaga.
You know what?
Galaga.
yeah,
You know what his
Like
favorite?
Galaga?
His favorite
fucking
movie.
70s shit.
Yeah.
His
Fuck, I
fucking
used to
favorite
play that
movie.
shit.
His favorite movie is that movie with Adam Sandler where they go and they
Oh
play
yeah,
the fucking.
Oh,
Pixels.
Pixels.
That's his
Yeah.
fucking
That's
a
favorite
good
movie.
movie.
Yeah, of course it is.
Galaga's got Centipede.
Oh, I love
Pac-Man.
Galaga.
Yeah, Galaga.
Hey, if
was
I get, I'm
good.
gonna. Hey, I'm gonna get an arcade in here. Or not an arcade. That sounds fancy. I'm just gonna get Galaga in
That'd
here,
be-
and we'll
that'd
fucking
be-
dude.
oh, that'd
Galaga's
be-
my game, dude.
That's my game,
Dude,
dude.
they make machines that you can hook up to your TV. It's like
Nah,
$100,
Fuck that.
and it has
I want
everything.
Arcade. I want legit
Everything. Oh, you want an arcade?
I want an arcade.
console.
Like
Okay.
Galaga.
Why don't we go to ground control and then fucking just play old
Little
school
offer up,
fucking
yo.
video
Where's
games?
that at? In
Downtown.
Mesa?
I think so. I don't know.
No,
That's what
I
sounds-
go. The only place I know is Cobra.
Cobra Kai?
was another one.
Cobra Kai.
That's the only thing that
Nostalgia
matters.
stuff.
There's one downtown.
Sweep the leg.
There's
Oh
one,
my god, they should name an arcade place Sweep the Leg. Dude, I would go there every time. Sweep the fucking leg.
There is one downtown too that
that's
you can
Cobra.
go to. Yeah, that's Cobra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go down.
That one,
go
dude,
on.
I went there on like a Friday night for a going away party, and it was just like you're standing like 5 people back from the game that you want to play. And there's a dude, there's people
Really?
dancing, and
Because they
It was just
Dance Dance
weird.
Revolution. I don't want to play that.
No, that
but
would be
there's
too much
old
movement.
there's old school games
like
too.
all the way back, like they have the old Pac-Mans on the flat
Oh,
TV
yeah.
screen ones.
Yeah.
So they got that back in the corner.
That's what I saw. Like, they have a Galaga one that has tons of games on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has Galaga, it has Pac-Man, all like tons of games,
yeah.
and it's on the
Like they don't
screen
table,
one.
screen and a
Yeah,
table,
yeah. Then you
and
play.
you're
You
playing like
sit.
this.
You sit, and then one sits over
Yeah,
there, and you
you're playing
play.
against each other. Yeah,
Dude, yeah, I saw that. I
We'll
want
have
to buy that shit.
We'll have to get one where like we can pay somebody to watch us play these games.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
And go.
There is a fucking following for it. It's
There
amazing.
is.
I'm sure
I
there
can't
is.
believe it.
Crazy. The video game following.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's huge.
That could be a thing. I mean, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but that should be a thing. Like fucking nostalgia games, like
Yeah.
old
The
school
only
fucking.
thing I've
telling
seen
you,
it
no,
because they have new games where people play them.
We are doing GoldenEye. Like this is gonna happen.
Dude, that's gonna happen. We'll be fucking GoldenEye guys. Just
There are
No,
people who
they're
do
not
like
gonna
80s games compilations and stuff like that. They'll
They do?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
only compilations. But if you did like a dedicated one episode per,
just fucking GoldenEye for 6 hours.
yeah, totally worth
I've been
it.
up for 6 hours and I have to be working 2 hours, and because no one's playing GoldenEye.
All right, if I
that's
close
young
one
enough.
eye at a time, I'll be good.
And I gotta go to work soon, and I'm beating these guys, and it's gonna be like that. It'll be a good time.
That's why I said we should play it in story mode. I'm pretty sure we could kill story mode in like 4 hours. And then
It's gonna. I mean,
than
I'll
that.
give it 6
I
hours.
think
I'll give
so,
it
yeah,
6
yeah.
hours because it's gonna be some time getting used to the controller
controllers
days.
again.
Oh, it's like riding a bike.
Getting back. You think
well,
so?
no,
I
you
think
do,
so.
you do a couple rough runs, right? And then you fucking do it.
Again, you go back to slappers only for like 5 minutes, and then you go.
No guns. No guns. Put on easy mode.
Yeah.
And just go to town.
All right.
I don't even know how the fuck went like 30 minutes on fucking GoldenEye. That was good.
From
That was
Endgame,
awesome.
from Endgame.
Not even that. It
We
went
didn't
from
even
Sonic.
talk about
Yeah,
Endgame.
you got that, but we're still on
Yeah, I'm
topic
talking
too.
about- So, John, you've seen Endgame, correct?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What are your thoughts? We can actually openly talk about it now
Yes.
because our
So
last
I-
amigo.
open-
No.
It's 2
We
weeks.
talked about it before.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
talked
we
about
have.
it.
What's your rule for spoilers?
My,
Until he's seen it.
that's me. So if I hear
Have you
someone,
seen it yet?
I have.
Okay,
So,
we've all seen
so when
it.
someone was talking about it, right? Like I was listening on the radio, and these guys started talking about things, and I'm like, shh, I haven't seen it yet. So I waited a week, not on purpose, just
Yeah, you
because.
did, bro.
Timing.
Timing.
Which is fair. My rule
Timing.
is 2 weeks.
Timing.
Yeah,
If you don't see it in 2 weeks,
that's
Fuck
it's
it.
fair game.
because I'm giving you that because you might have bi-weekly pay and you might not be able to afford it this Friday.
That's a
You
good
know,
way to look
so
at it.
True.
it's
Yeah.
like-
True.
I have a joke about Jurassic World, and I said it at one time at the third space. And
Okay.
the bartender said, "No, I haven't seen it yet." I was like, "It's been out for like fucking 7 months."
Yeah,
How you
that's-
not- yeah, fuck you.
that's
Fuck
bad.
you, dude.
Get on, come on, catch up with the rest of us. Like, but I'll give people a solid 2 weeks, and then I'll start. But like I said earlier, it's the people with Game of Thrones spoilers dropping the ball. Like I know what happens in the series,
And
even
yet-
though I haven't seen
Already?
it.
Yeah, yeah.
At
Endgame?
all, or just the
I
last
haven't-
season?
Just the last season, the most recent season. I haven't seen any of it.
Okay.
So I only know what's going on through spoilers. But Endgame, it's like that's still people are being
Still,
wicked
yeah,
hush hush about
yeah.
it.
So my biggest question is, when you saw Endgame, did you cry?
Not as much as everybody else.
So
Like-
you did, but not as much as
You were
It
you
wasn't
were
hysterical
emotional. You
for
felt
30 minutes.
The only
felt-
things that
you
really
felt
make
something.
me cry is like a dude coming back from Afghanistan and surprising his kid at school. Like every time, I'll cry on like cue. It's like I'm so happy, but like that, it was like everything. It was such a beautiful story. Everything wrapped up nicely.
Yeah.
The Captain America thing was perfect. The,
America's
you know,
ass.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then
Ass.
like the second they showed up and talked to Red Skull for like 5 seconds, I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
One of them's going down. They're both equally matched.
Yeah.
Like everybody cried when Natasha was like, whatever.
Yeah,
If it was
I
either
don't
one
think
of them.
that was very
Nobody-
emotional. And
yeah, nobody-
actually, the person that died in that part, like I thought was the wrong person.
Yeah.
I honestly thought that Nighthawk was going to be the one to go.
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
just because he wasn't in the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm
Right?
not
Like
emotionally invested. Like the people that like went that I was emotionally invested in, I'm like, what the fuck?
Maybe that's why, because they kind of set the stage for him to turn into Nighthawk instead of being Hawkeye, right? So now he could be that guy, and maybe kind of left that.
Well,
open.
they actually turn. If you know the comic books and then you watch what unfolded, he turned into Ronin, which is a version of Hawkeye.
The Asian samurai, right? Yeah. No. Yes.
I mean, that's
Well,
what
that could have
Ronin
been his
is.
sword. Like it just.
Yeah.
That could have been
That's-
like the way he was.
Yeah.
Remember the
Well,
one
and the-
scene
and
where he
the
goes
hair,
after, like,
too.
the
There are
Yakuza?
different versions of Nighthawk. It's the same person character.
Yeah.
But there are different. Like there is the guy, right? The normal guy. Then there is Nighthawk, and then there is Hawkeye. I mean, and then there's Ronin. Like
See,
he evolves to.
For me, like what stays true to me, like from what I know, is Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I don't know any of these other stages of his fucking life.
of Ronin.
I don't know any of that shit. So that's where it's like
I was an Iron Man fan.
Yeah.
growing up, or just in general.
Growing up,
Both.
I was always a Marvel fan.
Me too.
I was always a Marvel fan.
Like compared to
DC's
Marvel and DC, it was like fuck you, DC.
DC's got to step up their game. They really do.
They do.
They got to beat Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes, bro. I've said it already multiple
That's true.
times. So
And we talked about that last episode. Last episode.
last
It was
episode.
basically talking about the fact that DC just hasn't shown up, and the last good ones was Dark Knight and with Christian Bale
Yeah.
and all that was the last. And these past couple ones with like the Justice League, and I watched some of Aquaman. I haven't even finished it yet, so I
I'm
watched
sorry.
half of it. So it's like
I just can't be a fan of Batfleck. Like,
well, he's done. He's done now. I mean, he's not gonna. He's not coming back.
Yeah,
Who's the
obviously.
new Batman?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
They're
No,
bringing
they're
Michael
still
Keaton
searching.
back.
They should. How good he fucking is. Like he's just like old.
He plays Alfred, and he's like, I've always wanted to see what the suit feels
Yeah,
like, and
yeah.
he just jumps right into it, and he's good.
He would be good.
And then they fucking give him nipples,
I
and
did-
you're like, what the fuck?
That's exactly what we wanted.
I did like Wonder Woman though. That was a good movie.
Phenomenal movie.
I thought it was a good movie for the DC world. I thought that one was good, and I thought the Superman that was just Superman when he died I thought that one was good.
Okay.
That was it. The one where with Russell Crowe was in it, and that one.
yeah.
I thought that one was good. But other than that, all of them, everything else, was
Everything
not
could
good.
be. It's like
Justice League wasn't
static.
good. The Suicide Squad wasn't good. Like,
Batman vs Superman, like that was good up until they related to their mother's.
Oh,
name
I guess he
being the
died
same.
in that one. He died in that one,
Yeah,
right?
he did.
So
That's
the one where he didn't die, where he was with Russell Crowe, that one I thought was good.
Oh, okay.
So then the next one, when he was with, I guess, the Justice League, right? That's when he died.
I liked Suicide Squad though.
Spoiler alert.
Just for
Did you?
just for the reason that it was a new take. Like
It was good.
for like the '90s
the
kids.
idea.
If you had like Disney movies, you had everybody was a prince or princess, and there was a villain. So over the last couple of years, you see everybody now they're doing the villain series.
Yeah,
like-
so that was good.
Now it's like the story. This is why they're an asshole. Be easy on them.
Yeah,
Like
okay,
they still
yeah,
want
yeah,
them to
yeah,
lose, but it's like Deadshot is like, is he really a villain? He's just kind of like a dude who was following orders and just killed a bunch of people like with pinpoint precision. He was a conflicted character.
Yeah.
He was more
Sure.
like Deadpool, where he was like an anti-hero.
Right, which is kind of their take. I think Deadpool came out right before that one.
I think they should have probably had like a solo movie with Deadshot.
Oh yeah,
I think
That was
that,
good.
Yeah.
that should have been what they should have done, because Will Smith would have carried that movie, right? Because that
Yeah.
was Deadshot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he would have carried that movie, and it would have done so much better. I'd
I think,
imagine
yeah.
than
and
like,
also
build
getting
you up
rid of
to-
Jared Leto.
it would have built you up.
too.
That
I
would
think they
fucked
put a
it up.
lot more like time into Jared Leto's Joker to try and beat Christopher Nolan's Heath Ledger's Joker, which is like
You can't.
Too high.
like
Yeah.
in the
Too
traditional
high.
sense.
It's
There's
a
Jack
reach.
Nicholson. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? That was good writing. That was cinema. But Heath Ledger was like, that guy's scary.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
No, I've
it's
said it
like,
before. Like
Yeah.
I could relate to Heath Ledger's Joker. Like I want to watch the world burn. Like
Damn.
Like
He-
the only thing I like is cheap
Yeah.
gasoline, gunpowder.
yeah,
You know, so it's
Yeah, definitely for me. I mean, I said this last time. It was basically Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, there's really nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, not
I
to
like how
stymie.
we were supposed to talk about Endgame and we
Well,
went to DC.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went to
This
DC.
is my favorite part about what I was really hoping for Endgame.
Yeah.
Was Deadpool shows up at the end. Like I
Me too.
That would've been
I
cool.
kind of
That would've
wanted
been
that
cool.
to happen. I really
Or
did.
even in the credits, that would have been cool
Yeah,
at the
just like-
end.
just-
That'd
just
have
see
been
him
neat.
walk through, just
Yeah.
like, where's everybody going? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, this shit's over? It's Endgame?
Oh, shit.
That'd have been perfect. I'd have
Yeah.
laughed at that shit.
that would have been perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool too. That was the first time I ever saw where they do like the cast and crews, like the signatures. Like if
that
you
was-
all the way
I
through
didn't,
Endgame.
I didn't see that. I left already. Was that on the credits?
Yeah,
So
that's
that's instead of like that extra like little laugh or like my favorite like post credit scene was when they're all eating falafel after the Battle of New York.
Oh, yeah. That was good after
And then
the
they're
shit.
just kind of just sitting there. It's really good.
Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
First one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, but oh shit, where was I going with that thought?
End of the movie talk on what
yeah.
happens at the end.
But no, with the signatures where they were it was like Captain America, Chris Evans, and it was like Chris Evans' signature, Scarlett Johansson's signature. So they gave a little bit more time
Like
to
personality
that,
kind
a
of
little bit more
thing to them.
personality. I thought it was a pretty cool way to end
Oh, that's
the
kind
movie.
of neat. I have to check
Like
that out.
and it was just the main characters. Like they didn't have
When-
Drax.
Oh, yeah.
When you guys
Yeah.
went to see the
Tom.
movie,
Fucking studio assistant. Tom Johnson. Fucking bigger,
right?
like big ass fucking name.
And then there's the gaffer, just like
Yeah.
When you guys went to go see the movie, some of the movie theaters, like they have the guy come out in front, like, "Hey, turn your fucking phone off," yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Did that person?
Fuck
Did
that
that
guy.
happen at all when you went to go see it? No.
no.
It was different for me. So when I saw it, it was a week later, right? So I saw it. It was on a weekday, on a Friday.
So they didn't come out.
There was nobody there. Like literally, it was like
So
there was
okay.
literally 20 people in the place,
Okay.
and including my 5 that I had with me.
Albert, what about you? Like, did somebody come out at the beginning before the movie started?
No.
No. Okay. So when I went to the movie theater, the little guy that was paid by the movie theater came out and he was like, "Hey, before you guys watch the movie, I'm just gonna give you a heads up. The internet's right. There is no cutscene at the end of the movie, so you don't have to stay after the credits. Like we didn't have to waste time. Like we saw the signatures
That was
and
kinda
everything
cool.
like that, but we didn't have to waste time to sit through all of the
Like
credits.
5 minutes. My
Things like
favorite
that.
thing looking through credits is finding my name, Fletcher.
No.
Like,
Oh,
just-
okay.
Oh,
okay.
is that family?
Click through.
Is that family? Is that family? Is that what you
Do I
did?
know that guy?
No, it's
Is
just
he-
like,
am I-
see, I was in this movie. It's Stan Fletcher, but it's like,
Yeah, I get that.
it's my little
I was
personal
in an
connection
Ninja
to the
Turtles movie
universe.
once.
Very cool. But yeah, no. The only thing that was crazy for me, and I've told you guys this before, was when I was there. I mean, I knew you guys told me going into it was sad, and I know why, right? But there was a chick in my place, in my arena or whatever the fuck you go, studio or theater,
yeah.
right? She was crying for at least 30 minutes to an hour. It seemed like,
Damn.
and it was like
That's a little
what?
over dramatic.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, it
I'm
almost
okay.
That's not a little over dramatic.
That was
like, that's
a
yeah.
lot.
Really
Yeah,
overdramatic.
like literally, like the part before, like the whole fight happened. Like it must have been like she's seen the movie. This had to be the second time. It had
Yeah,
to be.
yeah.
Because she knew what was going to happen. She was already emotional, and she was just crying and crying. And like even my son like leaned over to me. He's like, "There's a lady crying." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, just be
can
quiet."
hear
She-
Don't look at her.
yeah.
Was she like?
Don't make eye contact.
Was she like close?
Yeah, she was the next row behind me. Like that's how I could hear her. Like she was.
So
That's why I sit in the
and-
back all the way
to
to the
talk-
top.
And what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, so she was behind you, and this fucking stadium was empty.
Yeah.
Was it reserved seating?
Stadium.
You picked the seats. You can now
Yeah,
apparently
yeah,
at Harkins,
yeah.
but
I would have fucking moved if it was that empty.
yeah, well I could. Well, I mean, it still
Yeah, I
wasn't. She
get
was
what you're
fucking loud, dude. She
Was
was
she?
crying like no
Okay.
joke.
To piggyback on this, I have a little segue to this. Who is your favorite Marvel character in this Endgame universe?
Captain America.
Captain America. Okay, you? Scott? In this Endgame universe.
I would say Iron Man, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Thor just because of the last.
I think you're more
just
of a Thor.
because of the last episode or
Did
the last
you-
the end
Okay,
game.
well, that's what I'm saying. This
Thing
Endgame
about
Just
Thor,
because.
he
yeah.
kept like the homeless dude gloves on
The whole
Like,
time.
he did.
He had
Oh,
black
man.
ones at the funeral. It's like, okay, you had your moment.
He did.
Yeah,
He
like,
did.
come on,
Literally-
go get a trim. You
Yeah,
know what you
literally-
can look like.
He went into the dad bod.
He was literally
The
the
dad
normal
bod, yeah.
normal guy the whole
He's all of
No,
us who wanted to
see,
give up.
I see you
That's-
more of a
that's
Thor,
where I
though.
like
yeah.
him.
Albert, what about you?
Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay.
First off, thank you for calling me I guess liking the godlike, because that's what Thor. But go ahead.
Oh, well, I feel like you, when I think Marvel, and then I think you, like, even though you said Iron Man at first, Thor comes to mind for you.
Oh well, thank you.
For you or for him?
Thank you
for
me.
Frisco.
Okay, what about you?
What's yours?
Iron Man. Like, I was emotionally invested in Iron Man from the get-go.
I just
Iron Man 1, like, when he launched the
Yeah.
series, like, Iron Man was my guy.
So, okay.
And I felt even more, and I don't mean to interrupt you.
No,
but
no, you're good.
I felt even more because of Robert Downey Jr.'s story. Like, him
relate?
being the drug... No, I don't relate.
Oh, you mean him personally?
Yeah, him personally.
Yeah.
Like, he's come from like a bad background, right? Like he had a bad stint
Yeah.
in the late '80s, early '90s, and then all of a sudden now he's becoming the superhero guy. Like, I just emotionally attached more to him. So the result of Endgame for me was like super emotional because of just the ending and how everything
like-
panned out.
A whole bunch of redemption.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
kind of was, yeah.
Yeah, that was
With
good.
you and Thor, though, like, I could see, like, you're like, oh,
Like,
dude, I finally fucking relate to him.
because I was
like,
godlike and now I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No,
I
because
agree.
And then you
because-
sit and play video games with
I-
Korg, and you,
Yeah,
like,
and-
do
yeah,
What was
I
that?
played
What was that
007.
thing on Facebook? Because you were trying to have Thor's body, and now you ended up.
I know, now I have it.
Now you-
So that's why it's
you
perfect.
haven't. Yeah, yes.
The body of a god. There you
So,
go.
what makes you attached to Captain America?
In this particular movie,
Except
it
for
was,
the butt.
Except my favorite part about this movie too, from
Yeah.
Captain America, was he swore twice in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He did.
He
So
did.
he went the entire series like even Robert did, like
Clean.
Like
Yeah.
Stark was trying to get him. Come on, you got to like not even a little one. So it's like he said when he meets Captain America
Oh, the other one.
as he's going down, like I have Loki here. He goes, oh shit.
Yeah.
And
Or no, he says you got to be shitting me.
Yeah.
Like that's something I would say. And
then the ass one?
And then the ass one.
Yeah.
Like that really
That
is
is a
America's
nice
ass.
It's America's ass.
America's
America's
ass.
So yeah, no, for me, Captain America, it was the Avengers assemble, like
Oh, yeah.
everybody,
Yeah, it was,
showing up
it
at
was
once.
emotional right there.
and then him with fucking Thor's hammer.
Yeah,
That
that
was-
was
that's
pretty
what
cool
I
That
too.
was just super bad.
That's what I was gonna
dude.
say. When you
Yeah.
asked me, I was gonna say it was the.
And you know what's
the
funny?
hammer.
Well, not funny.
When you got the
What I
hammer.
with that, dude, I saw it coming. Like I
Yeah.
knew it was gonna happen.
Really?
But when it happened, I was like, "Oh my god!"
fucking
Like
bad.
it was just super bad.
It's something
Just the
you
way
didn't know
they
you
did
wanted
it.
until
yeah.
you saw it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Professor Hulk happen? Did you see that coming in this
And
movie?
he was mixed.
No, I
You
didn't. I didn't see that coming. My thing with the Hulk, they could have done way better on Ragnarok.
Really?
They could have done way better on Ragnarok
Really?
if they didn't do the reveal of Thor or the Hulk coming out into the arena until you saw it in the movie. The fact that they released that big climactic, oh, this is my bro, in the previews, I think it
okay.
fucking
That was-
torpedoed.
that was
ruined,
only
it
for you.
ruined it for
Yeah,
you.
that-
For me, I think that was the best Thor.
That was
For me,
the
No,
best.
to me, that was the
hands
best
down
Thor.
best Thor.
Yeah.
But just it could have been so much better if they just didn't reveal the Hulk.
Okay, I get
But
it.
for like to see
You think that
Banner Hulk,
that,
Professor Hulk, yeah.
You
Yeah.
think that ruined Professor Hulk for you? You
No.
didn't see that coming? Like
It
I
didn't
saw
ruin it
that.
for me.
I didn't-
saw,
I
I
just
didn't see it coming.
giggled. It was like
I didn't see it coming.
I'd wear the same fucking.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you
sweater
I
he was
saw
wearing.
it coming immediately. Like
I didn't.
I with everything that was going on in the previous movies, like I just felt like Professor Hulk was going to make an appearance at some point.
Yeah.
Before they ended everything. So
Really?
it happening, it just was.
It wasn't
key
a
for me.
shock. Yeah, it wasn't
no,
a
it
shock.
wasn't a
For
shock.
me, it was.
I like
I
how
was
they
kinda
just
disappointed.
glanced over it too. It's just like
What-
gamma radiation.
I was disappointed with the fucking Instagram portion of Hulk. Like that was kind of disappointing
That
to me.
annoyed
but
that
yeah,
annoyed
exactly.
me.
Yeah,
But
like
for 5 seconds of it was
You're like,
No,
hold
it
on.
didn't bother me either.
Me neither.
you're gonna fucking gloss over like how he did it, which was like 1,800 or 18 hours of fucking gamma ray or whatever.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, he's gonna be some fucking little, teeny bopper fucking guy. Like I'm an
influencer.
Yeah, I'm an influencer. Yeah, exactly. I'm an influencer.
Half
I'm
the
Instagram
people on the planet,
influencer.
we still got Instagram. Thank God.
Yeah. Like, really? And then he fucking dabs, which I'm okay with the dab, but at the same time, you're like, come on, dude.
It's the end of the series. These are all the jokes that he wanted to make the entire time.
Right. Exactly. They're just throwing them in like softballs for everybody.
Yeah.
But I felt like with Professor Hulk, like he did what he needed to do. Like he started the time travel sequence until Stark got his shit together. Yeah, which I felt like was a key component to the movie.
I thought it was great writing.
Yeah,
it was a phenomenal movie all around. I was happy with the way the series concluded.
Yeah, Scott has other opinions.
Yeah, my opinions are
so
quiet.
After seeing Endgame.
I think my expectations are too high.
Maybe,
honestly, for me. I mean, I guess I just feel like it just seems like it's. I don't know. I don't want to. I like the movie. Like I told you guys this. Compared to the first one, Avengers, right? Compared to this one, Infinity War. Compared to this one, it just wasn't as.
You were expecting more action,
like
right?
I like Infinity Wars. I saw that one twice in the theaters, which. I never see movies twice in the theaters. And this one, I saw it, and I'm like, all right, well, if I want to watch it again, I'll just wait till it comes out. Yeah. Like, there's no expectation for me to go see it again.
Yeah.
Compared to that one. For me, the hype, there wasn't as much hype for Infinity Wars, I'm sure there was at the time. But it had me to where I wanted to see it again because it was so good. But
so good, yeah.
And it's hard to reproduce the first one, right? I get that, but that was just me.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the cartoon version of basically Avengers? It's like Teen
Titans.
Teen Titans, yeah. It's Teen Titans.
That's not the Avengers. That's DC.
Yeah,
that's DC. I mean, it's at the same time, it's kind of similar, right? Have you seen that?
There's different iterations.
Not really.
So, after watching Endgame, do you feel like that Teen Titans might happen?
Oh, you mean like a younger version and kind of re-go it with? Like...
They already have the video. I thought it was a TV series, like on Netflix or something through Marvel.
Oh no, the whole thing with Disney and Netflix, it's over. So if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen on Disney's streaming service.
Right. I was annoyed with the streaming service because I was waiting for the Star Wars Mandalorian series about Boba Fett.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The only way you can see it is now you have to get the streaming service. Like, oh, that's fucking good marketing. Like, I've been waiting for this thing for a decade. Now I have to get the streaming service, you fucking bastards.
Well, the positive thing with the Disney streaming service is it's only $6.
Yeah.
So
now.
Just another thing.
Get rid of Netflix and then go towards
fucking email
Disney.
on.
Yeah.
Just another thing that's going to be an ACH at the middle of the month.
Did you see that at all? Did you, like... So Hawkeye called his kid Hawkeye, Hawkeye, right? Mm-hmm. Called his kid Hawkeye, which is the little girl. Mm-hmm. There was the kid from Iron Man 3 who could potentially be the next Iron Man, right?
That he was the one person in the whole funeral thing at the end of Endgame who was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Oh, who is it? Yeah, who is that?
Because I only saw Iron Man 3 once.
There he is. Yeah.
So I only saw Iron Man 3 once because
Tom Holland is still young, right? Mm-hmm. So you got Tom Holland. Who else is young in all of this? So like it just.
So you're saying, are they going to do like a Teen Titans for the Avengers kids?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, it's plausible, right? It could happen.
If they stopped making Marvel movies, I think that would be a horrible idea. Like just that was
too much of a moneymaker.
Yeah, there's my favorite part about the the comic movie genre that we have right now, especially with Marvel and DC. It doesn't matter which one you go with. There's so many different stories that you can go back in time now. They brought time travel into the canon. Yeah, it's possible, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen next because we also have another Spider-Man movie coming out too.
Yeah,
that we have to
see.
Far from home.
Yeah,
my favorite line in that is he's trying to get other people. He's like, "Can you get Thor off-world? Captain Marvel? unavailable.
Oh, the new trailer, yeah.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
You know how to do the fact that Nick Fury makes an appearance in this new Spider-Man is pretty epic. Like I think,
I'm
think
excited
it's gonna be good.
He did
I
the
was
best
not
out
a
of Spider-Man.
fan that Nick Fury they broadcasted him in the end of Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, when you snapped your fingers back to bring everybody back to fight, Nick Fury could have fought in the war.
And he didn't.
And he didn't. Like, they didn't even show him. And that was kind of disappointing. But beyond that, Endgame, yeah.
Okay, cool.
That is true.
Yeah.
And then he was just at the funeral.
And he was
Yeah.
at the
You mean?
funeral
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
No, it's been out long enough. Go see it.
Yeah.
Go
No, I mean
see it.
that.
Go see it. Yeah.
All the shit we talked about was a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, and before we move to our next subject and or wind everything down, again, guys, check us out on Podcoin. Podcoin, if you use Amigos Podcast, you get 300 Podcoins to view it. This is it's the best alternative app to listen to podcasts because you could just listen to our library of episodes and get a free Starbucks drink, an Amazon gift card,
Nice.
donate to charity. There are alternative things. You can get paid
To listen to podcasts. Not even ours, it's others too.
Yeah, everybody.
So
No.
use our promo code, listen to us,
Amigos
listen to others.
Podcast and listen to it.
Yes.
On top
It's a
of that,
win-win.
yeah, it is a win-win, to be honest with you. And it's the only app that offers this. So
Yeah.
it's amazing.
That's why it works.
Our number one sponsor with everything that we do, Blow Your Mind Sweets.
Blow your mind, sweet.
Jacoby.
Good ice cream.
Jacoby, yes.
Jacoby is
Jacoby,
awesome.
yes.
Very good.
He is sponsoring our podcast. His
Ice cream is
dude,
It
his
is amazing.
cheesecake-based
It is.
ice cream is
So good.
so delicious.
and the good thing is that it's local. It's like
Yeah. Arizona, Los Angeles,
Yeah.
Washington, D.C.
so
Check it
It
out.
doesn't get delivered, or I mean, it doesn't. You can't.
Well, they do
order it, or
catering.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's all local, made local.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
good stuff. Oh, yeah, local ingredients. Is what you're
Yes.
saying.
My
Yeah.
favorite one is like one of the first times I went to Boycott. I was like, there's a dude serving ice cream.
Which makes sense at
Yeah.
Boycott, honestly.
And I saw it, and I was like, do you have any more? He's like, nah, man, just ran out. I said, oh, well, all right, well, okay.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's how they treat the new guys.
They,
no, it is.
It's good stuff.
phenomenal.
We
So
we've had them on a couple
Episodes
a couple
ago.
weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so.
Yeah, a month ago, yeah.
And the ice cream, he was on the show. We were trying the ice cream, and it was amazing. I would like to try the strawberry one, the cheesecake one. I think the one I had was like a vanilla or a
sherbet.
No, you had sherbet.
Oh, that's what it was. Or, yeah, it was like an orange sherbet. I'm like,
That's not your
because they didn't have
go-to,
labels
but
on them, so I didn't know what they were, but you could tell like it was orange and it was sherbety.
I had the brownie.
It was good.
Yeah, I had the brownie explosion, and
I wanted to try more, but
I'm not a chocolate fan in general.
see, we should have fucking changed, just switched. Did
only-
you like sherbet?
I said, hey, do you
Oh,
want
we
mine?
should've.
Yeah, and you were like,
I was
no,
being
no,
polite.
no. Yeah,
Next time I won't be.
I wasn't sharing.
no,
Yeah,
no.
of course
you, didn't.
you-
You fucking
Your
finished
shit
it
was
before
gone.
we even-
Your
yeah.
shit was gone before we.
really good.
Yeah, before we even started.
So anybody check them out on Facebook.
They're local,
Blow
good stuff.
Sweets, yeah. Especially if you're in
Sweets.
Arizona, you can get their catering services. You can get their ice cream included
Yeah.
in that. And it's just that ice cream is next level. Like
Yeah,
I don't
it is
understand
good.
why they are not like the next Ben and Jerry's.
Yes, they're really good.
Minus the poison. But
Oh yeah, Ben and Jerry's.
with the
Yeah.
poison. All right. So what is the next topic?
Let's just do some trash talk.
Gender
I don't know.
neutral, dude. We're non-binary.
Ah, shit, that was for me, right? Was that me?
Yeah, that was you. Why did you put that?
I don't know why. We shouldn't even go in that. Let's just do trash talk.
What?
What is it?
Because I had a story.
I can sum up like that whole gender neutral thing
There you go.
in like 3 seconds.
Go ahead.
Like my whole opinion on it is, like I've just recently had to learn like different pronouns for whatever, and Ben Shapiro pisses me off.
Oh, that guy.
I am announcing today my defiance of Ben Shapiro. If he ever sees this,
Okay.
fuck that guy. Here's the reason why. I want to go to the next time he's coming to Arizona and just ask him a question. Because his stance on transgenderism is if you were born with a dick, you're a man. If you're born with a vagina, you're a woman.
Okay.
Doesn't matter to me. if a person says to you, it's a person who's transitioned into another gender.
Yeah.
To me, it would be extremely disrespectful, regardless of what my thought was on the process, to go forward with the thing that they don't want to be called. Because it is offensive to a lot of people. If there's a person who has transitioned, it is offensive. And it's little small ticks, like referring to a trans woman as a him, that you're really just shitting on everything they've worked on.
Or trying to get on. Yeah.
So it's like, just see the person as a human and treat them with decency.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So the main story on I guess why that's fucking up there. Apparently emojis are now going gender neutral. So Google has launched a mer person, as what they're calling it, among new phones and icons, which basically have like a lady detective looking, lady cop, lady bike rider, which typically, I mean, all those are typical things.
Gender neutrality isn't new. That's the thing. Like, if you remember SNL in the 70s, or not the 70s, like the 90s, you had Pat.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah,
You know?
that's true. That's true.
So
yeah.
it's like,
what are you?
It's androgyny. It's
Yeah.
But there are people out there who you can see, like, you were a man, and you're now like I try to be as respectful as possible because we in our group.
Yeah. So how do you tackle that in your day to day, or someone that comes around you? Just because I kind of stumble the same way with ones that are.
Why do you have to dwell on a gender though?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying.
That's where it goes back to. That's the answer. It's just treat the person with respect
as a person, right? But for me,
why do you even have to reference a gender?
No.
Well, you don't. You just for me, like
in the service industry,
there's times if you don't if you don't know the person, that's where it's different. Like if you don't know the person, so you're like if you're a woman who's now a dude, right? And you're just gonna be like,
it's ma'am.
I think it's just I think it's me. It's just like thank you. Like I'm just gonna be polite, right?
Yeah.
But if it's somebody that you've known
you should
in your
be a
family,
decent human being in general in life together,
right.
But so that's
how do you?
That's what my problem with Ben Shapiro is.
So he just says
he'll even after somebody says I identify as a woman, he'll be like, no, you're a man.
You were born a man, kind of thing.
No,
like,
you're
you're
not living in fucking 2019 now.
Well,
you can't tell the fucking difference anymore.
Well,
you cannot, dude. There's no fucking way to tell the difference. Like you could be in a fucking massage parlor and
Robert Kraft.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go there. Whatever.
It could be
a male or female. You won't know. Yeah. You won't fucking know.
It shouldn't come down to gender, but there are people who do.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm attracted to females, so I'm gonna make sure that who I'm attracted to is a female. But beyond that. Like, out in public, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I can see you're a dude or whatever.
If you can pick up on social cues. It's wicked easy. Like, a lot of people in, like, the service industry.
Wicked easy. You could totally fucking tell.
You could smell the Patriots there.
Yeah.
But God damn it, dude, you had to do it.
Like, I've been to Foxborough.
It was my fault. It was my fault.
Gillette. Gillette. I've been to Foxborough Stadium.
It was my fault. It was my fault. I said Robert Kraft, and it kind of sparked it back up.
Wicked piss a kid.
Way to go.
But no, there are social cues you can pick up on, and to be like the biggest one is misgendering. It's like the yes sir, yes ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, thank you sir. Like I get it all the time. I worked at Home Depot, so everybody's like thank you sir. There's a woman who I knew who was working in Home Depot.
Why do you do that though? Why don't you just say
thank you?
Appreciate it. I say no problem. I appreciate it. Take care. I try to leave gender
away.
Gender isn't needed. It's not needed.
No,
it is not needed.
You're so progressive, Mark. I like it.
I am.
You're like a nice fine cup of soup.
Yeah, like a good clam chowder.
Chowder.
A good chowder.
For you.
A good chowder.
For you, John.
Actually, to be honest, the best bowl of clam chowder I've ever had is at the ranch house up in Yarnell. Not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
No, we were on a trip one day coming back from Sedona and Jerome and all that.
Yeah,
and we stopped in, and it was perfect.
Wow. Yarnell, Arizona.
Yarnell, Arizona. I had the
Never
best
been.
bowl. Yeah.
Best clam chowder.
Really?
If you go up through Congress and up 89, it's the only restaurant for another like 90 miles.
Where are there instances where you say rad?
Do you
Never.
say rad?
Never.
Is that
I say it
a
ironically.
Boston? Is that a
Yeah,
Boston
radical.
thing?
It's not.
No.
I wouldn't say. Wicked is definitely.
Wicked for
So
sure.
that's wicked pisser. Or wicked pissa.
No,
Piss is bad.
I
piss
was
is good.
when I first moved to Arizona. One of my roommates was from Mass and Mass, Maine area,
Yeah.
and rad was like a constant.
That could be more
thing.
of a main thing.
You think so?
I think so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're in the 80s. What are you
Rad.
Nothing.
looking at? Yeah, rad.
Nothing
Is that
important.
Brandon?
No.
No, a friend of the show. So when we wind things down, we have a segment of our show called Trash Talk. There are subjects in this little can here. We ask that you pull two, read whatever it is.
There are two.
They can be bad
I
or
have to
good.
replenish.
Yeah, you
They're-
do. That's what
do
you need
mean?
to work on this week.
Hey, guy.
It's your thing.
Guy, we keep having guests.
And they
You have
need to
stop
be
having guests.
bad. They need to be bad, dude. Like,
All right. So the
The
first
last
one
one was pretty good. About them
Yeah,
killing a
it was,
person. And
yeah.
Where are you going to put them?
Have you ever let someone take the blame for something you did?
Ooh.
No.
No?
No. I've like the only thing I can remember.
Is that a
was-
Boston thing? Do you guys like?
Oh, we're
What,
we're fucking honorable as hell.
are you?
Yeah, you're welcome. Dude. We made freedom, dude.
What about Mr. Kraft and the gang? Do they own up
If
to
an
it?
80-year-old man wants to get his dick sucked,
Then he should own up
he
to it.
should
I
be
agree.
doing
He
it.
should own up to
I
it
don't
and
see
say.
like Martha Kraft's gone. He's,
Yeah.
I should have.
But he's got.
So
he's
he
got
should
this
have done.
new chick.
my
He's got this
only-
new
He's
chick.
also got the
my
budget
only-
to get something way better.
Yeah.
You
know,
do. Yeah.
like,
money
it's-
for
That's
that.
where my grief is.
Don't put
my
yourself
gripe
into a
is. My
situation
grief-
where
He's
somebody
got
could look.
fucking
You
money.
think- you think
they
he-
could come to his fucking house?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you think he did that to get out of the
Dude,
situation with the chick he's
here's
with?
the thing. So everything that's unfolded,
That's a
another-
weird flex.
That's a weird scenario.
everything that is
Way to end that.
unfolded with this guy is he borrowed a friend's car.
Yeah.
He stayed at a friend's
So
resort.
he's very frugal.
Yeah.
how you stay rich.
You can afford to be discreet in your fucking
yeah.
shananigans.
And fucking, how much money
Be
does he
fucking
have?
discreet.
Yeah. Who was the dude from? What the hell? It was a basketball owner a couple of years ago.
Oh, the racist one from
Yeah,
the Clippers.
Clippers.
The one thing I thought about that, my opinion on that was after Bill Burr came out, he's like, the N-word should have been carpet bombed throughout that entire phone message, but he didn't say it once for one old white dude. So it's
Right.
like,
Oh, so
it's-
he was just being. I
He
don't,
was-
I don't remember what it was, like the context, but he didn't.
He was
really,
just being racist.
He was just
he
being
was
racist.
the whole
like in-
thing was he didn't want to his gorgeous Filipino girlfriend taking
Around.
pictures with his basketball players who were
okay.
fucking black dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
he
So
like
that's
an
where
old
he got mad.
An old Jew is just going like, I just don't see why you have to take the picture with them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and she's trying to trap him into it. Like you could hear it. But yeah, no, he fucked up what he was saying, and he was racist. But
What's more fucked up is somebody paid him $4 billion, which he had to share with his wife.
Was she? That was his wife or girlfriend?
Yeah.
No, the Filipino was his girlfriend. He was married to somebody still.
Yeah, it was
he
a-
had to split the $4 million.
was
Well,
an
luckily,
amazing-
I mean, luckily he was
Billion.
old enough
Billion.
that
Billion.
$2 billion probably after he split it.
Yeah.
Luckily, would
He
run
became
out,
he became a billionaire after that transaction ended.
and then just ran out his days. I mean, he's still alive. I think I would have heard
the Clippers being worth $1 billion
the Clippers,
is just beyond baffling.
Well, you said
like that.
it's $4 billion, right? Probably. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's what he sold them for. Was $4 billion.
Well,
So,
most
to answer
teams,
the question, though,
Oh yeah, sorry.
I see you guys looking at time. But to answer the question, it's like, no, I've never let anybody take the blame for something I've done. So usually
Okay.
I'm blamed before I can get away with it. So it's like,
Oh, nice.
but the only time I ever did something that really fucked up everybody, I was in 9th grade and we were cheating. Like, I wasn't cheating. Didn't hear the point where you said you can't have the notes on the game like it was Jeopardy or something.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, you have your notes? All your points are done. You guys all failed the test tomorrow. John's fault. Right. So after the class when I let everybody leave, and I was like, I didn't hear that. Like, nobody else at the table like
Said,
answered
"You can't
anything.
have
I
it."
didn't do anything. And I was like, just penalize me. Don't penalize
penalize
them.
everybody
Yeah,
else.
don't do that to them. So it's like, I didn't end up having to take the test because she was moved by that, and she's like, "That's the way you should act."
Oh,
like,
very
it was
cool.
like an intoku, like a good done in secret kind of thing, and just
Yeah.
like I didn't want them to be
Yeah.
taken down, so I was like, I took the full brunt of the blame.
Yeah.
You know,
Very cool.
So-
very honorable.
work.
Shit.
It's the shit we do
For
in
me,
Massachusetts.
I would agree. I can't think of an instance where
Bullshit. I'm sorry. What?
I can't think of an instance where I took the blame or anything as noble and awesome as
No,
that.
not that you take the blame. That you blame somebody else for you.
Yeah, so there's times where
that was a lot of those.
Yeah, I show up and Albert doesn't, and
you put some blame
I
on
put
me.
the blame on you for not showing up because you're not here. I don't
Mentally.
Yeah, mentally. Well, that's typical. That's typically. I do get mad at you sometimes.
I don't know. I guess.
I know I do. That wasn't a question.
okay.
That brings another question. Not to derail the question, but
Yeah, you fucking do that.
How do you guys feel like working with your friends?
Oh,
I
hold on.
fucking
First off,
hate
we're
it.
friends.
And second, I hate it.
Oh,
Because I mean, if you think about it,
yeah, that's true.
This is a job.
It is. It is a job. It really is a grind. It really is.
It is.
You guys are crushing it, so
Well, thank you, John.
just 30 seconds for Pandora.
We're gonna have to have him on again,
We are because he's doing well.
or at least give him a blowjob before he leaves.
Albert.
I
Or blow your mind sweets.
Albert.
Yeah,
Oh,
blow your
good
mind
job.
sweets,
Good
yeah.
thinking. For to answer your question,
It's a give or take, isn't it?
it is, I mean, it's good. I mean, so far so good. I can't
Yeah.
really complain. I mean,
I'm sure there are good
There's-
days and bad days kind of thing. Like,
there hasn't honestly,
frustrations.
there hasn't for me. There hasn't been any bad days. I think for you, maybe there's been bad days.
For you, Mark,
There's been days. There's been bad days with like scheduling and like trying to like
Make shit
make
work.
things happen and stuff, like trying to like juggle like just your normal life stuff, like the kids and the family and stuff. That's where I think kind of runs into where it's difficult
That
sometimes.
wasn't the question.
Working with your friends.
For that piece, no, I don't find any problem with that. I think the other part of like finding the time and putting more effort in is what's difficult.
So when I'm actually hard on you guys via text, like you don't fucking
I
care.
don't even listen.
It sounds like
When-
that's what
when-
it sounds like. That fucking frustrates
when
the
were
hell
you
out
hard?
of me right now.
When were you hard?
Wait, you're hard?
All-
You're always hard? You're always going to go?
yes. To answer your question, I'm
Yes,
always
always
hard.
hard,
Yeah,
okay.
always hard. But Viagra actually takes test samples from me to figure out their new formula.
New samples.
What does it taste like?
No, stop it. No, answer that question, then answer Mark's question. What was the last time you took the blame for something?
I never do, dude. I always
or
do.
did,
No,
did
it doesn't.
somebody,
That's
did somebody
the thing.
ever take
That's-
the blame for something you did?
Oh, so is this why you're asking us this?
Yeah.
Because you're thinking we should take blame for shit?
You should.
Oh, look at this fucking guy.
Why don't we have enough viewers?
Let me put on my
Why don't we
detective
not
hat.
have
I
this
didn't realize I
fucking-
was fucking solving mysteries over here.
Because you're not good at
It's fucking Pikachu over here.
Because you're not good at social media.
Oh, is that,
Yeah.
that's what it is? Oh,
Yeah.
it's just me. All right.
Well, good question, John. Now we're fucking fighting.
So did you ever take the blame for
Yeah.
something else did?
He even write the
Okay,
fucking
so
question.
the next
It's not even
question
his
is-
fault.
Let's go to the next one.
This,
No, hold on. What is your fucking beef? What is your beef?
Yeah.
Go.
Did you hear
You
him?
guys need to do just as much shit as I do. At least 80% of what I do. That's my beef.
Okay,
All right, bye.
got it.
Okay, so what old person
Motherfucker.
Heard it
That's
loud
my
and clear.
beef.
It's what old person thing do you do?
Oh, that's a good one.
There's-
I think that's a good
Like I got
It's a
comical
little
ones and
PG,
shit
but-
like I do because I'm getting old.
What do you do?
Like my hip hurts. Like we'll go. We went to a hike to the White Tanks again yesterday, and I like halfway back, like I could feel my
Love the
hip
fucking
popping.
white tanks.
He
I do.
does.
I love the mountain range. It's gorgeous up there. Like
So
I
for
do.
those that are not familiar with the white tanks, the white tanks are where if you're in the Central Valley of Arizona, Phoenix, right? The Phoenix area, the white tanks are right next to California
pretty much.
on the border.
So, you're like, right, you're not in hell, but you can see hell from there.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's the ones on the
which
west
part?
side. It's on the ones on
The
the
California
west side.
side wouldn't be the hell side. It's the other side, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
because over here in the desert.
No.
Yeah.
Well, what old person thing do I do? So it's like my hip pops,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
complain about my hip.
Scott?
And like my
That is
and
a
my
pretty
bursa.
old
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
thing.
And
to
I'm
do.
31, so it's like, figured what. But,
I recently signed up to Life Alert, and I'm just prepared.
I
was
fall, but
going
I
for
can't
you.
get up.
Yeah, just be prepared to
Do
press
you
the
wear
button.
the fucking keychain?
No, I wear it on my wrist, dude. Come on, be real. That's the one thing I do. Albert, go.
The one that
Everything?
I mean, I'm in great shape.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I'm not even old, bro.
Yeah, I'm still young.
He gets to determine his age
I do.
from his quantum leaping.
I don't know. I guess just my bones. I guess. Maybe.
Okay, do you feel any pain that Robert has that you have? Like, do you feel like if Robert was like had?
That's more of a twin.
I know, but still, if Robert, because you guys are the same age, fucking obviously.
twin.
If Robert was feeling like hip pain, do
twin.
you feel anything he feels like if he was going through something like
Motherfucker. What?
goddamn Al, like Robert just got stabbed.
No, he only
He's in the West Side.
from his girlfriend.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's in the West Side. He got stabbed.
Every time Robert's girlfriend beats him, Albert feels
Yeah,
it.
do you feel it?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess
That was a
obviously-
solid right.
What about you, Mark?
I take the abuse from the two of you all the time. So
That's not-
yeah.
Oh, like we're the young
He's
kids?
He's
He's fucking literally older than you.
He's really burning today.
I know, look at him. He's
Damn.
fucking
He
Can't
is
wait for this to be
hurting,
over so we
yeah.
can fist fight.
He is hurting, bro.
Thanks, John.
You open that
You-
fucking
this is the last
Yeah.
episode. This is the last episode.
Yeah, Mark said that.
Thanks.
We're gonna have you again.
I'm the headliner.
I don't think-
Nice.
Yeah, good job. Good job. You just ruined the podcast with your trash talk. Good times. All right, let's wrap it up
Yeah. All right.
because we're gonna fist fight out front.
Go for
Well,
it, dude.
We'll leave that in there so somebody else can bring up this
Ooh,
argument
another
in a
fist
couple
fight
weeks.
next time.
Next time.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Well,
Hell
John,
yeah.
tell us where we can find you on social media, and then tell us where you're going to be in the near future with your shows.
The big show I'm looking at doing is May 24th at Toso's. Mark Jesse's hosting.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Very
shit.
cool. Good for
Yeah.
Mark.
So it's going to be a Melody. It's going to be Bobby Johnson production. That I'm excited to that show. And I'm going to be on Third Space on the 30th.
Okay.
And then let's see.
Social media?
And then social media, it's at Fletcher Built Comedy. And then that should be on almost all platforms if you go on Twitter. Or I forgot what the Twitter one was, but Facebook,
Fletcher Built Comedy.
Fletcher
Okay.
Built Comedy, all lowercase.
Awesome. Thanks
No
for
spaces.
being here, man.
Very
I appreciate
cool.
it, guys. This is a
Thank you.
blast.
Awesome.
job.
This was awesome, yeah.
Good times.
Hugs and kisses. So we've all done Hydrate before, correct?
Yes.
When we did Hydrate, it was a good experience.
Like a
I think.
revitalizing
Yeah.
experience. It was it's like a revitalizing for for after a workout, for after you have a hangover, which was Mark's case.
Well, I didn't, and that's the thing. Like with Hydrate, like I didn't have a hangover. Like
Afterwards, yeah.
we did Hydrate, and everything that went through, it just the next day I woke up as if I didn't drink at all the previous night before.
And they have different levels of
Yeah.
of the hydrate. It doesn't always have to be for
Pre-workout,
for a hangover.
post-workout,
Yep,
like
yep,
it works.
Yep, definitely. It
What
does.
did you feel, Scott, when we did it?
It was a good experience. It made me feel very able to work out the next day, and it made me feel
energized?
energized. Yeah,
Energized,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was the whole. You could tell like it had.
It gave you a little-
The electrolytes is that boost. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
kind of gave you that energy to get through your.
It gave you a
your
little
workout,
oomph,
right? Like
right? It gave you that-
your bump the next day.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
Okay.
I liked it.
You definitely want to check out Arizona Hydrate, hydrate.com, period, and go on to their website, right?
Yeah.
They also have an app for Android and Apple, so make sure you check that out. If you use Amigos 10 with a capital A, they will give you 10% off of any of the packages that they have.
Cool.
Check it
Very
out.
cool.
It's definitely a good pre-party, post-party, pre-workout, post-workout. Yes, it definitely does what they sell. Like it's a great experience.
Try it out.
Sea Giant. So you want to go to that concert. You want to go to the big game. You want to go check out a soccer event.
Orchestra.
Yeah, anything.
Anything that involves a seat ticket, right?
Ooh, the Book of Mormon. Great
book-
show. Love it. Been there. Recommend it to anybody. Use Sea Giant. Get your tickets.
Yeah. Essentially, it's a Ticketmaster alternative.
It is.
If you end up using Amigos PC, then you get 3% off of the purchase. Yeah, the whole purchase of the product. So utilize that. It is a great alternative to Ticketmaster. The tickets are discounted. I mean, you know,
everything's priced in your favor, and just to get the additional the money off is a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
So like next concert that comes in town, I'm going to use it honestly. So and it seems like it's something that's going to be worthwhile for anybody.
Yep.
Exactly.
Check them out.
We buy houses fast.
What does that mean?
Cash Now Homes AZ.
Albert, explain that. What does that mean?
So basically, is if you're looking to sell and you don't want to deal with people coming into your house, realtor fees, all that stuff that comes along with selling your home, give us a call. Cash Now Homes. They'll buy your house cash, close on the date that you want. You don't have to make any repairs or anything. They buy it as is.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
CashNowHomes.com, and we're on Facebook. We're everywhere.
No realtor fees, no tedious repairs that are needed.
Yep.
Fast closings,
Fast
right?
closing
Yes.
or closing on the day that you want.
So that's cashnowhomesaz.com. Blow Your Mind Suites.
Blow Your Mind Suite. If you're on YouTube, if it comes on, you'll see behind us Blow Your Mind Suites. It's a great sponsor that we have that supplies ice cream to all over the valley, and I think it even does California as well.
California, Washington, D.C., Arizona.
Yeah, so it's a whole...
So they do catering, but they're mainly known for their cheesecake-based ice cream.
Yeah.
And it is delicious.
It
We
is.
had it on one of our episodes.
Yeah.
Check it out.
The show that we had one of the founders on, Jacoby
Yep.
Country.
The ice cream's delicious.
Yeah,
like there's just
freaking good.
no way.
And they only do. I mean, they don't do any shipping or anything. Everything's local.
Yeah, everything
Yeah,
is
it's
taken.
all legit, good product, locally grown.